Hi folks. Welcome back to Bards of New York, the actual play D&D podcast where sometimes today we play D&D.
I don't know if I feel like it.
I'm gonna out myself here. For something I don't think anybody will ever see, we have a Bards of New York clan on Marvel Rivals. And the description that I put there for it is, welcome to the actual play hero shooter where sometimes we actually play objective. And we do!
We play the shit out of objective.
It's our teammates who suffer.
It's true.
Anyway, hi! That was this, writing some notes for today's session. Again, felt like a very sizable week this time. These Wednesdays felt long. Yeah. Very, very far stretched apart. And I'm ready to throw you guys into the nest of the baroness today. We're gonna have some fun. But we have lots to cover before the stream even starts. Also, Hype Train out here. Hype Train level 7 before the stream even really kicked off. You guys are crazy.
Thank you.
Crazy people. Thank you. Casual John is in the chat.
Casual fan John.
Filthy Casual.
Ooh, I want to say thanks to the people who helped us hang everything up during Bards and Crafts.
Yeah.
Everyone who joined us on Saturday helped us pick where to hang everything. Thank you.
Why did my son not get a place of honor?
Are you kidding me?
Can you see it?
No, you directly obscure it. Oh, when you do that, when you lean all the way.
You're lucky he's even on the wall.
I love that there's a broken heart on it.
We put it next to Aelys Kamita because we thought like, kind of looks like a pug, like.
Yeah. He deserves to be hanging like a.
No.
I'm watching myself where to put my finger, and it deserves behind down here, so I'm going like this, and then watching myself.
Oh yeah, you guys can't really see it. Valor's up here.
Any announcements before we get to the juicy good things?
Please, I said it last week. Please join if you want to play. Fuck me running. If you want to play NCAA tournament, it's in the sports of our Discord. Join our Discord. Please join it. It's very fun. You literally don't have to know anything about basketball. It's very fun. Some people have already joined. Yeah. And there's only 25 slots. I don't know if that's true, but we're going to say it is. And 6 have been placed.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, I think only ESPN can have only 25 people in each thing.
If we exceed it,
we'll have more people.
If we have over 25 basketball fans,
that would be
Discord.
great.
We've only had like 11.
It's true. And if we could have 25, I would be really excited.
If we hit more and then more is requested, we'll do a second league.
It's true. It'll be called Bards of New York?
Within a question mark?
Apparently with a question mark.
Revenge of Kitty Galore. Here we go.
We do have a giveaway next week. In case you missed last week's announcement, we're doing a giveaway with Color Spray Creations. They created a custom set of Regolus Dark Age dice. Color Spray Creations is a really awesome artist.
Terrible.
They, make really cool art and often do dice drops for charity where they donate to charities that we all love and support. So if you have not checked out Color Spray Creations on Instagram, you really should because their dice are sick as fuck. Yeah. But we will be giving away a set of dice next week. It is only for US, maybe Canada, still gotta figure that one out. Unfortunately, we can't ship overseas, but for our international delights, we will be holding a secondary giveaway with maybe some new merch, with some new art on it.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by new art?
I say we jump to
Go straight
to the biggest,
the thickest warm-up question we've ever done.
I was gonna say,
are we doing that?
The biggest announcement.
It is both.
It is both.
It is both.
We're doing it both.
We're doing it both.
We're doing it both.
I didn't know we were doing it both.
We talked about this.
Well, we did talk about it, but I didn't know it would be.
I was losing
I'm gonna
myself
do so many things.
in the.
This is like when I asked if we do tarot before the RP warm up.
We're doing it both.
Is it like
we'll do both. You know what?
Would you like me to take
doing
away
improv.
with the roleplay warm-up?
Please.
I'm just so excited.
We planned this.
In case you're new here, or you haven't been here in a while, we do a roleplay warm-up where I, or this time Will, asks the question of everyone at the table, something about their characters, so that we can drop into the given moment, get to know the characters a little bit better, and so that Danny Boy and myself can listen to the mic levels and introduce you to our brand new official character art. When I ask this question, if you are in chat, right now on YouTube or Twitch, if you're in the comment section later on Spotify or YouTube, or you have us in your ear holes while you are skipping down the sidewalk, avoiding all the cracks because they'll break your mother's back, please feel free to answer for yourself for your lovely brain children in your TTRPGs, or if you're writing a book or some shit like that, that's really cool. I want to hear about it. Or scream it out.
I mean, if you want, I can actually ask the question of you and move around this way.
I mean, sure.
Wait,
Sure.
just for me.
Isn't there an order?
While you answer it, we're then gonna show it as well.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So
Here we
what
go.
we're gonna do?
Okay.
I'm gonna explain this a little bit. What we're gonna do is Will came up with this question. It was really a prompt, more so. And when we are answering the question, we are going to reveal the character art. Do we want to say anything about our artist?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so before we get started with this, we did a little search a few months back for a new character artist to sort of do this updated art for Dark Age, and we settled is the wrong word. We found that there was simply no other choice that our hearts could go with beyond the masterwork that is Anna Rusko, otherwise known as Anna+1 on our Discord. They have been doing fan art over the last year, I feel like. Maybe months, some over the course of the last year. And are just a phenomenal member of the community at large, and a deeply talented artist, as you have seen, and you are not ready for what you were about to see. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Sit down.
Our mods can attest.
Please be sitting.
There's no amount of preparation. We've seen this art so many times over the course of the last few months ourselves, and it's still
not
that way.
over it.
We've been working.
Anna had to send me warnings before ever giving me an update, because the first time I received a sketch, I like almost fell over.
Put a tarp down.
So, the prompt here, and should we start here and move around this way?
Sure, I'll rip this band-aid off.
Okay. The
Get ready
prompt
with Synnove.
is.
Oh my
Hang on.
Not yet.
Hang on. Let me ask a question first. What tarot card from the 22 major arcana does your character represent, and why? We are going to start with Synnove.
So, go for it. Rip it, baby. Synnove is the magician. I'm just gonna read some keywords that are both for the upright and the reversed of the magician. So for upright, we have manifestation, we have willpower, desire, and resourcefulness. And then for the reversed, we have manipulation, illusion, deception, wasted talent, trickery, and cunning, which I personally believe apply to Synnove.
So much.
All of those. The other saying for the magician is "as above, so below," and that's the belief that like Earth reflects the heavens, the outer world represents the inner world, the microcosm represents the macrocosm, and it's the ability to be a go-between for things, i.e., the go-between the gods and the prime.
Curious.
The infinity sign is super important. It means infinite possibilities or creation with the will.
What was
And
that
for
thing?
Synnove, it's because, she's inevitable.
Something about the infinite things that have already happened and will happen.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are you
Things
the
that
big bad?
already happened and will happen.
Weird.
Yep. The magician takes the potential innate in the fool and molds it into being with power and desire, which I feel like is very applicable to Synnove. Let me just scan my notes. Any signs of holding back would mean missing the opportunity to become the best version of yourself, which is Synnove's whole
Never
thing.
failed at anything.
Yep, she's never failed at anything her whole life. Before I end, the reversed magician is the master of illusion.
Ooh.
Behind the showmanship, there may be other intentions, and it can also mean an obsession with power that may lead to reckless decisions. I read this stuff and I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was. I remember when we were coming up with this, the tarot parallels months ago. There were a couple that were immediately very, very clear. 3 actually, half of the whole party. I was like, this. I know these are where we'll land, and it was Synnove, Thegus, and Aelys were the ones that I just knew were going to be the way they were.
Yep, but
For
you'll
sure.
see that there's in her art, there are some nods to the tarot card, because I wanted it to feel like it was a tarot card, and you'd see it and you go, oh, yep, that's the
That's what
magician
it is.
card.
Yep.
Okay, Synnove, the magician.
Thank you very much.
We now pass on to.
Hold on.
Wait. Prep it.
All right. Okay, we're going to. Okay, all right, here we go. And I'm going to wait for you. You go ahead.
Jean-Baptiste is the chariot. The chariot, and I will I will read from the online.
How old are
It
you?
is the 7th major arcana. It signifies victory, willpower, and the ability to overcome obstacles and move forward with determination and focus. So, when learning about these tarot cards, I kind of like bounced around from a couple different ones until I like fully understood each, and realized that this is such a clicks into place so well for Jean-Baptiste. He is both. He embodies that card, and at the same time wishes he embodied that card.
Sure.
And can. And I don't have it up here, but like the reverse of it is very much like obviously the opposite. It is the loss of control, destruction, yada yada. So it was a bit on the nose. As when it comes to the art, I went with the hot boy hair, as Rachel said.
I was shown several different hairstyles. This is the hot boy hair.
I love it so much. The background is a like stained glass-esque image of his shield, because the shield in front of his outfit would have blocked any of the magnificence, and that would have been a crime.
Sin, in fact.
The
Illegal.
fun thing, and
Illicit.
relating it to the tarot card, on the shield there is the 2 circles that have there's one white and one black, because in the chariot, the tarot lore of the chariot, there's the chariot is being led by 2 horses, one is black, one is white. It's very much the idea of like, it's the same line as like yin and yang, like there are 2 wolves.
Yeah.
The duality of things, and the fact that they're like in all things there is light, there is darkness, and I wanted to represent that. I've been speechless, and I love him.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
The
It's-
poncho.
The
I
pon-
want
the poncho
the
is
poncho.
cow.
It's inspired.
Someone make it in cosplay.
I had the idea for the poncho and was so happy that I had it before we started sending
I remember.
descriptions to Anna, because I was just like,
I need this.
I need this.
Like,
So you touch
I do it on my
a
arm.
JB
She took it and just went crazy with it. So
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I think we should say we told Anna simple background.
It's true.
That was
backgrounds.
what kind of come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Shapes and
Simple
colors.
background.
Exquisite work.
And I said, bet. Hold my fucking beer.
She said, so sorry, I'm already chefing.
All right.
Um,
are
all
we
right,
on
okay,
to
all right,
Chad's
so-
wife?
Hold on.
Hold.
Okay.
Chad's wife.
We're ready. You're
You're not ready.
Buckle up.
Katari represents the card Judgment.
Bump it.
And Judgment, it couldn't be more fitting for her. Judgment is the card, yes, it represents absolution and the seeking of atonement, but crucially, it is the card that defines an augury of a journey of self-discovery, of choosing to like self-reflection, studying who you were, the flaws in who you were, and how you were changing to find you're on a journey of growth, discovering who you really are. And Judgment reversed, it's wild, means that you specifically judge yourself too harshly. You are run through yourself with a fine-tooth comb and pick apart every flaw with ruthless force. And there's a line from Labyrinthos which I just absolutely love. Labyrinthos is my go-to tarot resource. There are echoes of this card in death, for they both remind us that everything comes to an end and that a new beginning is coming. And there is nothing more fitting for the journey Katari has been on since she arrived in Spearhold Keep, but more importantly, since she decided to leave the shackles of her past behind, leave her own expectations behind, and do something she never thought she would do, and travel with these idiots, for better and for worse.
Idiots.
And she is learning who she is through the people around her. Judgment is in action. And little inside note, when we came to Katari's final design here, first of all, I gave a pretty bare bones description of Katari. And Anna was like, yeah, clearly did Kunari research because this is just exactly how I pictured her. But there were three versions of Katari which we defined thick, thicker, and thickest, all with 2 C's. And the version you see is essentially the thickest version because what other choice was there?
That's how it's spelled.
Yeah. And there's Katari. That's Chad's wife.
Okay.
Chad's wife.
Incredible.
Let me get my notes out. I'm not prepared. I'm not ready.
Yeah,
I'm
this
not
one's
ready.
good too.
Hold on. Oh God. Where are you?
It's a good day to love women.
It's a good day to
Good
love
day to
Oh,
love women.
okay.
Ready?
Man.
Are you ready?
I'm physically here. I'm not mentally here. For Valor, the card that represents her now is Temperance. You might recall that previously, prior to episode 22, her card was Temperance reversed. So I'll go like backwards to now, which is an imbalance. It's behaving hasty or recklessly, not having an exact direction of where you're going. It's losing touch with your inner calm. It indicates a lack of harmony with the people in your life, and not having that sense of like belonging and grounding, at least in my interpretation. And then now that it is Temperance, the right side up, it is balance, peace, patience, and moderation. It's finding your inner calm and a good perspective, having that zoomed out view of things, whereas when it's reversed, you can't see the bigger picture, which I think was very fitting for Lenore. Now, as the Temperance, it's about kind of like not letting things knock you off balance, not being as emotionally or mentally swayed by external factors, which I think we see a lot of in Valor now. Not being really pushed by others' emotions, having a clear mind, a calm heart, if you think that she has a heart. In terms of relationships, it's an indicator of like resolving issues, moving forward together, and a sign of like respect and communication rather than not being able to hear each other. Which obviously there's some relationships that I hope that continues for Valor. In terms of the art, the imagery of the like V's and L's kind of in a clock behind Valor, completely Anna. She was like, oh, what are some things that like you would use as like symbols? And I was like, I don't really have any symbols, but if there were like V's and L's, that'd be kind of cool. Valor, Vikestar, Lenore. And then just this, absolutely incredible. The movement, I sent like photos of like dancers and some from like Blue-Eyed Samurai of people in motion. And it's just like, we'll probably have to do like a video explaining the art at some point and like all the choices and highlighting Anna as much as we can, because this is just like
Nuts.
beyond my wildest dream. Hence me seeing the first sketch on my phone and like having to sit down.
And I don't mean to tremendously blow up Anna's spot. I can't speak for Anna's schedule. I don't know what your world and commissioning other folks are like, but the way Anna worked with us and the
Amazing.
just like every suggestion was taken so seriously. The ideas that Anna brought to the table organically were brilliant and beyond anything that I, just speaking for myself, I could have expected. So if Anna is ever open to commissions and you're looking to get, your D&D character art commission, there is just no one better to work with. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. And I also want to point out the effort and like time and attention to make sure that like despite all the changes Valor has gone to like retain certain things between Valor and Synnove, like really meant a lot to me, and just like the thought and care that went to this, because I obviously had like a set and all my stuff that I was going to send to Anna made, and then chapter 21 and 22 happened, and like doing this design and getting to do it with her, it's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I love the chat. Once somebody put in chat, I'm no longer monogamous. That's insane. Gravel, absolutely wild.
That's Valor, that's Temperance.
Very nicely done.
Talk to us then.
Okay.
Are you ready for yourself?
I gotta do. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's me, and then that's goodbye to you, and then hello. Okay. Here we are. And Thegus is the hermit, which when I was first told, sorry, I got a lot of things. All right,
Look at your notes.
the
It's okay.
chat's great. Here we are. I thought when Will first told me I made this character, he was like, it should be the hermit, and I was like, okay. I didn't really know what that meant. Although I've now done a lot of understanding of things, and there's a lot of different versions of it. But one of the biggest, or rather, on a consensus way that we look at tarot cards, it says contemplation, search for truth, inner guidance. And I also think in this little book that will come in later for other things, you'll see, one of the things says also and especially treason.
Oh.
Also,
And
especially
treason. Get that tattooed.
Oh my god.
Also and especially
Collarbone, baby.
That's
also and especially treason.
Whenever
I can read it.
Whenever Thegus sells us out, that's going to be the name of the episode.
Also and especially treason.
I love it.
But I think that, I think obviously Thegus has gone through a lot and continues to go through a lot, but I think really right now, but then also right at the beginning of meeting him, those ideas really rung true, and this idea of understanding himself, but also understanding truths of this and this and this and this and lots of different things, and lots of different stories that we're manipulating inside of our story. And I think that is such a good way of describing him, and a good way of understanding him in his journey and how it kind of feeds itself through, but at the same time is a beginning and an end, like time. And to go with, I wanted to say one thing. In here it says, therefore the hermit is not at, no, hold on. A wise man in search of truth and justice, nor is he, as the latter explanation proposes, an especial example of experience. His beacon intimates, what the fuck is this word? Intimates that where I am, you also may be.
Oh, I like that.
Which I really liked. And I love, if you haven't looked at like the old version of, or really what the pictures of the tarot cards of the hermit is an old man with a staff.
A penguin with a
Again, I'm telling you.
Like a penguin with a staff.
Where in the card does it say that this person who's the hermit can also get it wherever they go?
Has like 3 girlfriends.
Can I say one thing about the art?
Please.
Oh, so to echo what everyone else has said, I gave Anna an immense challenge because I am playing a penguin. And not only did she exceed it by leaps and bounds, but she was like, how about this? And how about this? And how about this? And every single time it was so amazing. The staff is all her. That was I think me and Will had talked about what the staff might have looked like, and she was like, how about this? And it blows my fucking mind. It's a little difficult to see it, but we'll send some photos of them other places. Obviously there'll be art with it, but inside the staff is a clock, which is the coolest fucking thing in the world. The outside, we talk about backgrounds, are runes, which I've learned might mean more than I thought they did. And just in general, it's so amazing that I made up a penguin, and that there's a penguin on your screen that can cast magic.
It's funny,
Cool.
the base thought that you had to make up this penguin character was inter-party treason. The concept of this character was designed around a crucial lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 things. First of all, just want to make sure we've noted that Thegus did get a blessing of Halifax during this.
I did not see that.
Perfect. Secondly,
Oh, I got another one?
there are 3 more characters we have
There
to
are
talk
3
about.
more
That is true.
characters.
So, I'm not going to give them the why, but I'll just say the card that they represent as we display the art and a couple keywords for it. So first, we're going to go with our Sal here.
Okay. That's good to know. All right, here we are.
Erelon Salvador Montebank is represented by the Hanged Man. A very, very interesting card for my Marvel fans. That's often in the Marvel Tarot. That's usually the Winter Soldier, funnily enough. The keywords for the Hanged Man are sacrifice, waiting, uncertainty, lack of direction, and perspective, which is all very, very crucial for the headspace that Sal is in. You get a little more of that in Sons of Ethevenon, but we still even haven't fully explored exactly why Sal left where he came from and why he is stuck in between two paths at the moment. But I'll let you linger on that gorgeous Sal art. I should also know that there are going to be variants of these arts that we show you guys later that are explicitly, they don't have the names of the characters, but have the tarot titles, and for Woody's, as is appropriate for the Hanged Man, the art will be flipped properly upside down.
And his little hair's hanging upside down.
So cool.
So that's Sal.
Okay.
We will
so
now
many
move
thoughts.
to Keno.
Right.
Keno Nevrikoscuro. Whose card is Death. Now, if I, first of all, just check this art out. It's the most gorgeous, Kakashi-coded art I have ever seen. The symbol of the Nevricil on the headband.
So good.
And Death, one of my favorite cards in a tarot deck, it is transformation, the crossing of a threshold, the closing of a door, and the opening of a window. Change, transition, letting go, which is something that Keno is working to do right now. Yeah, this art is crazy. Wait till you learn more about Keno's specific robe, the Nevricil subclass we built, which will explain a lot of what's happening in the background of this art, and that's all I'll say. And now we have to go to the casual fan, John.
Casual fan himself, or herself.
Aelys Savaran, she who once was, represented by the tower. This art is absolutely bananas. The detail that I want to point out, that John did not request or ask for, not only is there the scar across Aelys's neck, but the Zelyrian form teeth extend out of the throat scar. That's
so cool.
That's
so cool.
top-notch level artistry. There's also a version of this that represents the recent change Aelys went through.
The tower reversed.
The tower reversed with a different color palette and some different hair going on, which will release probably soon.
In fact, the announcement to go on top of all of this, check the merch store because it is updated.
Live, baby. Crucially with the tower,
Not the press.
this was the third character that I knew exactly what Aelys was going to represent the second we met the character. The tower represents
York,
disaster,
website.
destruction, upheaval, trauma, and sudden change, which is just all that Aelys has ever known, really. But yeah, that's our new art. Anna is an absolute artistic master and has created something that will live large in my memory forever.
Yeah.
I think it's all of our phone backgrounds.
Yep.
Yes.
I've been so worried because it's been on my phone during stream, and I'm like, oh god, can people see it?
Yeah.
The bit that
Mine's
I
my
remember
dad
when
and
we
my
were
nephew,
looking
but
through all the art and looking through all of your submissions and whatnot, the thing that really drew me to Anna at first was not just the individual pieces of fan art that Anna had done, but there was the rough sketch of the full party that dropped right after Lenore took the L, shall we say?
Piked it.
And there was just such emotion being expressed in this image with everybody stacked in there. These just sort of immediate the versions that Anna had conjured without any of our own individual input for these characters. We just knew that there was an understanding of the world and of the character's internal life that we just couldn't ignore.
And the portraits.
Yeah, it's so wonderful. I will say, I'm not going to say anything else, but there's some Easter eggs in all the cards.
Yeah.
So for you tin-foiled hat wearers,
And
zoom in.
for everybody I've seen a lot of comments being like, when are we, Bard's Tarot deck, Bard's Major Arcana, I'm going to ask you to wait 20 minutes. Then we'll get back to this discussion.
Watch this
okay?
space.
Literally just 20 minutes. But on that note, we have to pull the actual physical tarot card for the session. This is not the Bards of New York deck. This is back to the medieval deck. And we are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. Lua has just posted those remaining. I am going to tell you that I believe it will either be the Fool, card 0, or Death, card 13.
Ooh.
I think it's temperance.
Temperance? Okay.
Yeah, that one just like keeps coming up in
Yeah.
my brain.
Back to my old ways, and I'm the tower. I'm not the tower, but I'm guessing the tower.
Nobody manifests
The
death again.
world.
Okay.
Hmm.
The world, temperance, the tower.
We haven't pulled the moon, have we?
We have not pulled the moon.
I want to go with the moon. Temperance is my second. I'm sorry.
Is it Kyle, your turn? Yeah. Okay, well, you know the drill. Tell me when to stop shuffling, and then I'll pull. Well, then we'll start pulling.
Stop.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Stop.
I'm telling you.
Wow. Give me a second. This is one that actually I pulled during this pre-stream, and I didn't want to believe it because
Let me
it
see if
didn't.
anyone guessed.
Hang on. I'm so sorry, guys. This was the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which explicitly and exclusively in this deck means failure, unexpected consequences,
Sick.
bad luck, broken sequences, unexpected bad fate, interruption or inconsistency due to unexpected events, outside influences not yet contemplated. Good luck, guys. Enjoy a chill
Just
session.
about to say how much I like
It's
tarot,
mouse.
and maybe not.
The crazy part is, even when I pulled it during this sitting here, it was also reversed then. Okay.
All right.
With that, no questions asked. Let's roll that bean footage.
The gods are silent. The skies grow dim with disuse. The sun has lost its luster. But our world moves ever faster. Let it be known throughout the prime that the mantle falls to us, my Elvenon, to usher in a new age.
Welcome back to WeLoveOurArt.com. Oh.
No.
What?
Hannah!
What is
Hannah, we've
What
talked
is
about
your...
this.
It will never be the real one because the light left you. You were not here.
Oh, Kyle, is that what I...
Welcome
thank
back.
You more
Yo,
subs.
yo, check the fucking our merch store, please.
Yeah. I'm really happy.
It's good shit. Anyway,
I invite you to welcome back to the world, and importantly, the surrounding realms of Regolus Prime.
Yeah, we're not even in the world.
No. Not the one you know. Last session, chapter 31, brought us deeper into the Faded Realm. You explored the impossible shore. Hope lost her way and became despair, sinking into the black waters of the shore. And through an arduous journey through these strange gateways, after dealing with a desire demon in the shape of Cepheus and a mouse that seemed to be much more than it would appear, you ended up in the Cavern of Hope, now hopeless, to rest for the evening. Words were shared, voices were raised, and points, some validly, others less so, were made. You rested the night and received a number of strange dreams and visions as your mind seeped into the greater magic that pervades this realm, and were awoken not just by these visions, but by the presence of what you would know as two witchbreed, two armored, equipped witchbreed, at the entrance of the Cavern of Hope, beckoning you, asking you to follow a call that the Mother Baroness demands it. And we'll pick up just a little before that, because there are a couple things I need to retcon. First, we're going to start with Valor.
Thank you.
Speak to us.
While sitting watching the Thegus egg with gold on top of it, after everyone has fallen asleep and seems to be kind of like shallow breathing, but before that dream sequence from last time, Valor slides over to the other side of Synnove where she has the books that she's been traveling with. sorry,
Rip
library
Fernodius.
guy, sorry. Pulls out one of the last pages and writes a note to try and express herself a bit after the odd conversation they had earlier. Just kind of going around the edges of the writing.
Sure, in the
until,
margins only.
Yeah, just in the margins around and then onto the back, and
It's
then
like
just
House of
folds it
Leaves.
up and slides it back into the back of the book, which I will give that
Great.
to you for whenever Synnove would open the book. And then she goes back to guarding the Thegus egg.
Speaking of, that's the other thing I want to retcon. So, as sort of tensions rise, as more people awaken, these two witch breeders speaking at the door, the veil of the cave door starting to dissipate. Thegus, you crack out of that the sphere of containment, the heraldic egg, as it were, and as you emerge, wreathed in new power, these pieces of the egg shatter and clink around you, almost as if you've sort of floated down and drifted into a circle of fragments of this dark teal-colored sea glass. And as they sit there, they shimmer and flicker with residual light. That same, your sigil is pulsing in that same glow as these shards begin to mold and shift into 22 brilliant rectangles, all made out of that beautiful, almost gem-like material. And as they sort of stabilize, there's lights dance across all of them. And this is visible to everybody, but it's specifically surrounding Thegus. And when the lights settle, these 22 perfectly rectangular glass shards are arranged around you. And you hear one last thing. The last voice outside of you, maybe engaging with your new heraldic abilities, that you will the last words you will hear from the previous Herald of Knowledge. The Arcana are the means by which all will be revealed. And surrounding you, something only you can utilize as a magical item, are 22 major Arcana. Bust out your notebooks, kids, because this is going to take a second.
Oh, God.
Directly in front of you, emblazoned with the symbol 0 and written the Fool at the bottom, is a cloaked figure with a completely obscured face, as if there was no face under this cloak. A background of stars and a night sky, shepherd's crook slung over one shoulder. They are stepping, they're mid-motion. Their back foot is on the surface of what is clearly a moon or an asteroid, and their front foot is stepping onto the surface of the planet you know as Regolus Prime. The Fool. The card known as, marked with number 1, titled The Magician, you just saw what's on that card. It is your colleague Synnove holding up the antler, hair splayed out back, threads of golden light in the other hand. The card numbered 2, labeled the High Priestess, is a being that you now have seen a number of times that you would recognize at this point as Yui, god of dreams and foresight, the dreaming Valkyrie. Her wings are outstretched on this card, hand reaching down towards the bottom of the card, towards the foreground almost as if this figure is looking straight through the card to the holder of the card, reaching their hand out. The other arm reaching up towards the top of the card, where are depicted in the heavens a sun and a moon in polar opposition. The card numbered 3, labeled the Empress, seated on a throne of sapphire, wearing full hammered metal armor lined with these beautiful intricacies of moving liquid gold, helmet under the crook of one arm, sword pointed down, glowing with sort of like a bright sunset orange energy. Sword down pointing to the other hand, red hair spilling all around her shoulders and down over her armor. You would recognize her most recently as the High Priest, the Dusk Priest from the Lighthouse of Knowledge, but anybody now would know her as High Vanguard, Beatrix Avalon. The card numbered 4, labeled the Emperor, is a vessel you recognize well. The ship lined with hexagonal plates of energy stands sort of just barely at the foreground here, and standing at the bow of the heirloom, arms outstretched in full battle-armored toga with rocks and debris beginning to float up around them. Lord Harim himself, magnanimous as ever.
That's for 4?
4, the Emperor.
Yeah.
Burn that card.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna throw off his groove.
Card numbered 5, labeled the Hierophant. It's a room that none of you have necessarily seen yourselves, none of you at this table at least, but the scene is a war table amidst the branches of a canopy, of an impossible room inset into a tree. A man sits, an elf, pointed ears, 3-pronged iron crown, beautiful robes, hand rested on head, leaning towards the left side of the card. I will tell you here and now, given that some of you would have seen or heard them in a vision, this is the being now only known as Era Harel, once the Elgaris of the Elvenan. The card numbered 6, titled The Lovers. There are 2 figures on this card. It's a profile view. Same with the Fool was profile as well. Profile view, on the left of the card is a small child, dressed in rags, bald, lots of scars all over their exposed body, brilliant golden eyes reaching up towards the figure on the right side of the card. If you saw this card, you would recognize it immediately as the child Stella. On the right side of the card is a large construct of dark iron, green flames billowing from the lantern cage, chest and helmet, metal armored hand reaching down towards the child Stella. This is a Vanguard dark steel torchbearer construct, and they reach towards each other, hands not quite touching. The card numbered 7, titled The Chariot, is the art we just saw for Jean-Baptiste Beaumont. That beautiful diamond shield, black and white, iconography on either side. The card numbered 8, titled Strength. Someone floats amidst a mountain range. Crackling with power, the mountains themselves bend away from this figure. This person is comprised of the 4 elements themselves. A body of stone, like the thing. Cracks in between the stone are sealed with flame and lava glowing between them. Their hair is like a hurricane, crackling with wind and lightning, and their hands and feet are crusted in ice, almost forming claws. This is the god Sindar, all that moves amidst all of her elements.
Fuck yeah.
The card numbered 9, titled The Hermit, is the art we just saw for Thegus Sot. Penguin enrobed in green chronomantic magic, holding that staff of the Hourglass Court, moving forward to uncover mysteries with magic.
Oh, I have goosebumps, William. Oh.
The card numbered 10, the Wheel of Fortune. There are 2 important things on this card. One is the figure in the foreground on the left, dressed in shabby robes, wispy strands of hair, knobbled ears, and too many teeth, looking straight at you through the card. A potion seller by the name of Halifax, opening up the door, the sort of window doors of this wooden rickety wagon, revealing a variety of potions and wares and orichalcum, all displayed in a perfectly circular pattern in the inset of this wagon that is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. The card numbered 11, titled Justice. You see the brothers Celestial, but they are almost one being, split down the middle on the line, all looking again directly out of the card. The half of the card that's the left is a being made out of obsidian and wreathed in clouds of purple-black smoke, holding in their hand, again on the left side of the card, their beautiful black blade pointed up. And then you reach halfway through the card, the being divides, and on the right is this being wrapped in rivulets and sheets of hard light, resembling semi-transparent golden plates of armor. They wield a large hammer pointed down in the hand on the right side of the card, head shaped like a swirling nebula from space with reddish skin similar to molten lava. That is the god Dami Ino. This card, Justice, the Brothers Celestial in 1. The card, numbered 12, titled The Hanged Man, is the art we just saw for Erelan Salvador Elgaris.
Hung man.
Upside down, hair drifting towards the bottom of the card. Singularity behind them, knife at their back. The card numbered 12, titled Death, is the art we just saw for...
Wait, 13.
13, sorry. 13, Death. Keno, Nevrikos, Kuro. Swords out, shadows billowing behind. Purpose behind the eyes. The card 14, titled Temperance, is the art we just saw for Valor. Whip, spraying shards of obsidian up front, the hollow brand bristling at the center, and swirling clouds of the distortion behind. The card numbered 15, titled The Devil, features a throne of ice, skewing perspective like a triangle to the upper middle of the card, upon which sits the being of Godsleep. White hair drifting up like a storm in the back, pinpricks of light for the eyes, gruesome smile up the sides of the mouth. In one hand, the bristling divine spark of Overon, in the other hand, floating the disintegration shard, crackling there. The card numbered 16, titled The Tower, is the art we just saw for Aelys Salvador, one after the other. Again, that's the slit throat scar.
Just for me, is it like a holographic thing where, like, if you look at it one direction, it's the original art, and if you look at the other direction, it's the blue?
Yes,
Sure.
For sure, lenticular.
Yeah. Incredible. I wish I could make that, but
You've got the scar, you've got the visage of the Zilirian in the back, the negative energy drifting off of Aelys's hands, and again, when you shift it in the light, it's the before and after of Aelys's surrendering.
Ooh.
The star, numbered
17.
17, is a being you met in the desert, Bathriel Zilrith. Prismatic, iridescent wings of midnight extended, soaring upwards towards the sky with a spirit blade sort of rippling out of their arm, extending up to the top of the card. At the very tip of the blade, there's almost like an exaggerated lens flare, which looks like a glittering star at the top of the sky. The card numbered 18, the moon. It's an all-black card with a glittering silver moon in the center, emblazoned across the moon with a symbol. It's a circle with a line straight through it and 4 smaller diagonal lines extending from either side of the circle. Almost like the Sigil of Aeons, but not quite. And in front of this, silhouetted by the moon, is the silhouette of a spectral green-teal being of energy, arms outstretched like this, that I don't believe any of you would recognize from your studies, but after an event that transpired some days ago, feels like a lifetime ago, there is a familiarity you feel with this figure. And for those of you at home, it is the silhouette of Unan, god of force. The card numbered 19, titled The Sun, features a large watchtower spire ringed with disc-like levels, ending at the bottom with a large pointed crystal, and at the top with the widest, largest disc, above which floats, as if resting, the bristling ball of gas and flame that is the sun. In the very middle of the card, shadowed by the sun, is the outline of the Sun Mother, the potter, La herself, complete with the floating light strands of hair, those backwards jointed legs, the uncanny expression, and the overall emanating corona of light itself. The card numbered 20, titled Judgment, is the art of Qatari you just saw. The sneer of cold command, the rippling musculature, and the brands everywhere. And that spear, holding perhaps more focus than it should. And the final card that you have now splayed around you that you feel immediately attuned to.
2 more.
Nope. It's 21, including 0.
Oh.
21, the world. The fracturing of Uro is depicted here. That classic, brilliant green ball of energy that's symbolized by 3 concentric rings that go from light to darkest, severed apart into 2 broken pieces with 6 fragments splintering off into the darkness of space. And in the exposed space between the fractured halves of Uro, matching up with the proportional outer circumference of Uro, is a hint of the celestial body that is Regolus Prime. And so, you find yourself with these cards played before you.
As I wake up and I see all these cards, they start to. I see these, or Thegus sees these cards and is confused at first, but almost in an instant understands fully what each one is meant to do. And if you're looking at him, the cards swirl up into the air and they float up into the air and spin around and weave out throughout the entire the cave, and then they come back and they settle like all together and float. And I pick them up, and as I pick them up, they all disappear except one as it lays in my hand. Are we all awake at this point?
Everybody's awake.
Okay. I pick it.
Next to you.
Yeah. I pick it up. I look at it. I look at Synnove. Well, this would be for you. And it is the picture of Kenos, and I go, someone from my past. Intriguing. Use that when you will. And that is a 4th level polymorph that you can cast as bonus action.
So we have to. I'm going to pause right here because we have to. I think this is. I want to homebrew this because technically the feat you've taken, it's you that has to use them. But I
didn't know
think
that.
because it doesn't specify it.
And I love it.
I think. I would like to homebrew this right now because it's much better.
like
No, don't worry about it. I just want to call it out.
Okay.
I think we do it this way.
Can I use it for myself as well?
Yeah, of course.
Great.
But that means we have to know for everybody. This is part of the Cartomancer feat, and it's a spell will always be imbued into one of these cards should they be done this way by our Herald of Knowledge. The spell must have a casting time of 1 action, and it must be a level of which you have spell slots yourself, specifically you.
Yep.
It lasts for 8 hours, and then we're going to say, for our purposes, if it's been given to you, it will just dematerialize and return to the deck of knowledge over here.
Okay, lasts for 8 hours.
8 hours.
Okay.
While the card is imbued with the spell, you can use a bonus action to flourish the card and cast the spell within. I am going to then addendum here to make sure we have it on record for all of us.
I will put this in my thing as well.
Because this is, I'm going to say, invoking an item to cast a spell as a bonus action, you could then use a spell-slotted spell as well as your action. That's why you have this kind of
true.
stuff.
That's
You know what I mean?
So
If it's an
cool.
item, you're not really trying.
It's not you.
to
It's
make
not.
it.
Yeah.
It's like me using Misty Step in the other feat.
And you bought a tarot deck too? That's so cute.
And each one, Will was like each. So I chose Death because polymorph is like. Well, I looked at Death. Hold on. Transformation. And I was going. There was a couple other that I bought, but like each time I give a card, it will be a different card that I'm like, this goes with this spell, and so
That's so cool.
I know.
That's awesome.
It's really fun. I someone showed me this feat and I was like, this is the most amazing thing.
Yeah. When somebody uses it, can it kind of like do like a?
We're doing the full Yu-Gi-Oh rules.
Yeah.
Like the card is going to
1000%.
float up and like do an
That's why the
animation.
cards-
and,
yeah.
But then I just mean like it shatters. Like it comes back into his deck. But like I love the idea of like hearing the.
I frequently use the Yu-Gi-Oh thing of when a monster gets defeated, they like break into little triangle shards, and that's what's going to happen to the card.
This is also. This isn't the character I'm playing, but you 1000% could use this for if you wanted to be Gambit.
I'm now also going to just address chat for a second. I may have misled you a little bit. There hasn't been no merch designed for this full deck yet. But I wanted to say wait for 20 minutes so you could hear that there is the deck is fully
Canonical.
and designed.
Yeah.
Selected.
If we can find
Someone.
some way to make that happen, it will be happening for sure. But we'll get there.
I'll buy a card printer.
Give them our number.
So,
Please let.
as this deck has arrived for you, again that phrase, the Arcana is the means by which all shall be revealed. Katari's sitting up in the back, getting her things together, seeing the two figures in the end of the cave. She finds this. She gives Synnove a look across the cabin.
Do you want?
Pockets the note.
Oh, right.
What's going on?
Are you,
Who the hell are they?
Are you okay?
Yes, I took in the beacon, and now I am the herald. More complex than that, but I am also in charge of a lot of cards in which all of you are on them. I can show you later. We might want to answer the scary people.
Come. Mother Baroness demands you visit.
Do I, with these witch breed, do they remind me of the witch breed we faced before, energy-wise?
Ooh.
Who is mom? Is what I mean.
I will have you roll me essentially a key roll. I need d20, wisdom, and proficiency.
Okay.
If you want to spend a key point,
I don't.
okay.
Maybe. What do I get?
If you want to spend a key point to actively channel as you've started to learn how to channel negative and positive energy, if you want to channel what you have learned from Aelys to try and resonate your way through this and figure if the wavelengths are similar, I will allow you to then make the roll with advantage.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's what I thought.
We're in the faded realm.
Katari's probably actually going to get up and go straight near you for this moment. She's got her spear, she's watching you, and you start to you breathe in, and that bright blue teal light starts to waft around you and licking towards the mouth of the cave.
Glad I used that. So 18.
18?
Yeah.
These witch breed don't necessarily seem to notice what you're doing, despite the fact that others clearly have. And while physically you can tell that they are clearly witch breed, that it's just what they are. They look identical to the ones you've seen before in terms of tone, despite the armor. But the second your negative energy reaches them, there is a shuddering, a rippling through the back to you through this key. These have nothing to do with Aelys.
Oh, no.
If they did, they had been fundamentally severed, because it's not like they're devoid of energy, but there is a different energy that has enraptured and ensconced these witch breed.
Okay.
Oh no.
And you know what, with an 18, as your negative energy, this charged key, reaches the mouth of the cave, you can sense a lot more of their energy down the hill this cave leads to. A lot more.
Okay. I'm gonna watch them do that, but I'm still standing over Thegus, who just came out of an egg from all night.
Hello.
Do you need food? Do you need water? Are we okay to follow them?
Yes, I feel quite powerful and quite protective of all of you. More than I've ever felt before.
That's nice.
The magic around you looks different.
I would agree. I both saw things, and I described what I saw, of gods and things I could not imagine, and these beacons will help us and make us more powerful than I think we can ever understand.
Okay.
That's all well and good, but what are we doing now? Like, we have visitors.
Do we want to go?
Does anyone need to pee?
What?
I don't do that.
That's the first time
Canonically-
you've ever asked me that question.
Have any of us ever showered?
We...
Canonically, no.
I don't need to.
Jamie
I don't
did
have
take
bodily
a bath in the
functions.
ocean once.
I just...
The one time you guys have actually
We must smell
no.
like-
Come on!
Sentinel frontline. You would have bathed.
They would have been like, please.
You would have bathed.
Do I need to though?
We-
Like I don't
That's
sweat.
Let's
We do-
go to
you-
the toilet.
You don't know how you smell.
We do that kind
Oh,
of
and I
bath-
can't smell, so
we
I don't
do
know
the kind
any
of
You don't know
bath
how
where
you
you
smell.
like
But it's not
throw
like I
some-
sweat.
Throw some soap
Yeah,
and
you do.
water on your pits.
You are
and
dead.
Air it out a little bit.
Okay, I'm here now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not.
All I mean is, I do think we should go with them. Is everyone ready? We don't have any other lead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not like we can just stay here.
We don't know any baronesses, do we? I don't recall
Maybe
meeting any.
Aelys did, but she's not here anymore. She's a
I'm-
princess.
I'm not sensing Aelys in any of them. So
Could we all? We'll follow them out of the cave. Could we all hold hands for your comfort?
I request shoulder. I find it being faster.
Do you want me to delegate?
no,
How we walk?
with I think it's with them.
Oh,
With what?
you mean speak to them?
Parlay. Make deals. Speak.
Yeah, you know what? I trust
I
you,
got an
Cole.
affirmative, and that's all I require. Gold flies to the front of the cave.
How far away are they from us?
What?
They're at the front of the
The
cave?
whole cave is
Like
40 feet.
40 feet,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're probably, given that this was in the middle of the cave,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
probably
yeah.
only 20 feet away.
Cool. I
So
was
they
worried I
can, these two
misremembered.
witch breed can hear everything, they can see
Great.
everything. The the veil that is sealing the cave off is diminishing and wisping away as we speak.
Cool.
Gold flies up.
I love Gold like he was my own, but God, do I not trust him.
Envoys of filth.
No.
We will attend to your request and see your mother baroness, but on our terms. Do you understand? Not chatty. I'll take that as a yes. Turns back to all of you. Come on, team. It's go time.
Good job, Gold. Synnove flounces forward.
Oh, follow it.
Katari is just holding the spear, not like full out, but
Yeah.
just like at a gentle angle.
How about
Prepared.
not hold hands, but stay everyone 2 feet rule.
Valor, if you want to hold my hand, you can hold my hand.
2 feet.
Gold is going to hover over your shoulder specifically, Thegus,
Oh.
and pings you in a chat that nobody else can hear.
What?
Gold.
You carry great wisdom. If you will allow me, call on me, and I will assist you in using such. I am here to assist the heralds. Such is my purpose.
Harold Thegus. That's the username. Oh, this chat's new, Gold.
Not new, very old. You have just been admitted.
Wow. God, the read receipts in here goes back for 8. No. Well, all right.
That's heinous shit.
Jesus, that's thousands of years ago. My God.
I mean, I know a lot of time has passed and it's a different time, but geez, you can't say that anymore.
No. Good to know, Gold. I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
Of course.
Also, maybe next time, be kinder to the people you're speaking to in not calling them disgusting.
When they earn my kindness, they will get it.
All right, that's fair. JB, Katari, can I go on a shoulder? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Synnove.
It's like
I
a 3
thought-
stack. It's Katari, you, Gold.
Jesus.
I thought I would hold on to JB because he seemed kind of empty since yesterday.
Oh, yeah, sure, go hold JB's hand.
I'm right here.
Oh,
Cave is echoey.
I'm
you
here
seemed
too.
kind of empty yesterday,
Oh, okay.
and I just thought you would want never mind. No one needs their hand held.
The two witch breeders, like the veil is thin enough that they're starting to like put their hands on the inside of the cave.
Valor, I need both of my hands for possible dealing with things, but I would love it if you stood beside me.
Come to the mother.
Thank you.
I think we've got to go. Hand holding regardless.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
so
going.
sad.
Follow.
Here's to
Lead.
your mama.
Oh,
They shift in place, like their top halves move before their bottom halves do. They sort of wrench apart and re back together. The clanking of the rusted plates before they start moving slowly, like
Oh.
one step at a time, down this sloping, strange hillside. You follow?
Yes.
For once in my life, I'm probably faster than someone.
Who's leading? Us. Katari?
You know what? With you and Gold on
Yeah.
her shoulder, probably.
Okay,
Actually,
Great.
less like a leader herself, and more like a mobile platform
Right.
for better eyes.
Right.
and then
But-
JB and then us.
Yeah, I think it's not like the road is that narrow. You can
Right.
kind of
Cool.
clump up and
Right.
move,
Okay.
but it's the group, the pair of them. So you sort of exit the cave. I kind of described this before, but the cave was at the top of this sort of gently sloping hill, again with this weird sort of shifting grassy turf, with a gentle pathway sloping down that ends in what looks like some scattered ruins with a larger building in the back. As you begin to move down, first of all, lined every 15 feet along the pathway, leaving the pathway is about 20 feet wide. Witch breed, armored witch breed, witch breed, witch breed, witch breed. Some of them wielding like rusted and like fused together weaponry. Like these are armed, organized witch breed in a way you have never seen before.
We didn't go outside, right? We went to like a different, you know how we were. I guess
It's all outside and it's all inside. Like
We are
it's
going- we were in a cave and now we're going outside.
yeah.
Right.
You're
Right
leaving the
down
cave, going down the hill.
Right.
As you move, I'm going to describe things that everybody sees, and then I'm going to ask for a perception check.
Okay.
as you move down this hill, to the left, going down this way, if you're facing the structures and the ruins over here, to the left are these sort of swaths of now what look like bled out farmland from the prime. This looks like normal, what would have been normal fields and grassland that now looks almost grayscale and ruined apart, sort of ripped apart. There are veins of lyrium that have burst through the ground that seem to have sapped the life from what would have been farmland once into these veins, leaving this, what we're going to call, these are the scarred farms. It is scattered with more witchbreed, just stalking aimlessly through the fields like spirits in Asphodel. They are just milling and seething throughout this area that is different, clearly differently colored than the rest of the natural, quote-unquote, ground and land in the Faded Realm. This scarred chunk of countryside. To the right, as you move down this path, sort of close, further down the hill, there is this little clearing that's sort of embedded into the ground. This is clearly part of the Faded Realm's flora and architecture. Sort of, again, that strange grassy field. But inscribed into the field itself is a circle, a second circle, and 1, 2, 3, 4 lines bisecting it, that each end that have like dots on each end of the lines. It's like this sort of weird web-like ritual circle on the grass. There are witchbreed seemingly guarding this area, and any of the people who are magically inclined can feel a focusing of arcane energies in that space. Difficult to, that's a strange thing to ask in a realm made of magic, but there is something specific about that feels focused in a way. The two bigger, more immediate eyesores, the ruined area and the large, mostly complete building connected to it. The ruined area looks sort of with shambling pieces of what must have been chunks of border wall. Again, looks like human stones made here, ripped from somewhere else that border this land. And there are all sorts of these weird, irregular, just like chunks that look like, again, prime-bound material plane islands that were pulled from somewhere else and placed, almost crash-landed into the ground here of the Faded Realm. They look anachronistic to everything else. But there are buildings here. Little ramshackle, dilapidated remains of hovels and houses and businesses. There's a large longhouse that looks mostly intact. There's what looks like a stable that's writhing with movement in the back south edge. This beautiful walled courtyard that looks mostly intact, with a bronze statue in the middle that looks ancient in design, but from the chest up gets very warped and twisted, so you can't really tell what the features were. And then on the western, the western wall of this ruined town is a large building. Looks like it was once had the bones of a church, or a monastery, or a temple or something, but has since been reconstituted into what very much looks like a mansion. And it is in pretty good shape, save for the fact that there's clearly some wear and tear from what you would expect from large gusts of wind or an impact or an earthquake or something like that. And in the courtyard for this mansion, there are some armored witchbreed lining it, a gathering of what look like actual people, and then on the steps of the mansion, 2 figures. One cloaked with a staff, one in, even from this distance as you're walking down the hill, traditionally feminine attire, this like fur-collared like robe coat exhibiting wealth over there. And they are waiting. These are the things you see. I will now ask for anyone who is, if you are focused on the surrounds, a perception check.
Hundo P.
Oh, as we're walking, I move Synnove's hand to my elbow, and because I forgot to do something in the cave, and I'm not looking around, I'm wrapping the hand wrappings Aelys gave me on the leather straps on the inside of my shield.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna wrap them there while we're walking.
Only 12.
12?
25.
13.
6 plus 19. 25.
25? Yeah. There are some of the people that you see gathered in the courtyard there. That's clearly the bulk of the people who exist in this space. There are some sort of milling and seething throughout the ruined hovels here and there. A good number coming in and out of the longhouse. And with a 25, you can tell that there is even from a distance, a slight aura around these people. Not the two on the steps of the mansion, but like just a general, an energetic presence that is lacing its way around or through these people.
Oh, I don't have my fucking goggles, damn it.
Oh, they're broken.
Yeah, they're with the Lightbringers.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Are we just moving down?
Yep.
Down and through?
Yeah.
We're being led.
If we move near the statue, Synnove would just kind of like trail her fingers along it to see if.
Yeah, you're essentially
how
going
it
to pass
feels.
right by the statue to get... The statue is at the front of the courtyard, sort of open near the... The courtyard is bisegmented. You've got the manor, steps leading from the manor courtyard, little walls that don't connect in the middle, sort of second chunk of the opening courtyard that connects immediately to the village with the statue in there. So
Yeah.
you'll definitely pass it. Again, the main thing here is that these witchbreed are everywhere. This is the biggest, the most amount of witchbreed in a single place any of you have ever seen, including actually Aelys's or the Herald of Ending's summoning in that moment. There are a lot of them here, and all of them are clothed in some kind of way, whether it's armor or rags or scraps.
Question about the armor / clothing. Does it look super old? Like, is there, you know how like you can kind of tell clothing's era?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
by-
yeah.
Can we do any of that? Is that a thing?
You could try and roll me a history check.
Is it
History
given
check
the
for
French
somebody who
Revolution?
Yeah.
lived in a
Roman-
cult.
Rome?
Oh, that's not bad.
All those history
I might-
fashion books.
I might have studied warfare.
Sure.
All those history fashion.
Anyone could roll.
Fashion history is important.
That's a dirty 20.
Teaches you a lot about
They look
fabric.
scary.
They look scary, and there is something there is like just a tug that is distracting you from inside the big building.
Mm.
What did you get?
Dirty 20.
Perfect. The armor they wear looks modern in design in that it's just like like a half plate, chest plate or something, or greaves, but it's busted, rusted, and janked. It looks like pieces of maybe some like half of a chest plate has been fused with like some greaves and a shoulder plate to make like a ramshackle piece of armor. It looks slapdash and jury rigged, and has all of this armor has seen its better days. Yeah, that's I think the most you'd glean from it. But if you were to look beyond the rust and the jury rigging, it's just your bog standard, vaguely contemporary gear.
Okay, cool.
Do they normally look like this? And I just don't remember.
There's quite an aura from that group of people.
It's weird to see people here.
Yes, they are not what we think they are.
Keep an eye out for the real.
Mother, wait.
Because the real one might still be here.
But we're walking.
We're
We
walking.
didn't
Yeah.
stop right.
We're walking.
I mouth it because I'm afraid to say it again.
I'm gonna, as you pass your way into town,
How would we know if he's real?
you move through the
Hold on.
courtyard.
My
Again,
mind.
this space, the second you cross through the ruined walls of this strange stripped village, all the ambient noise of the faded realm ceases, and there's just this stillness in the town. You can almost feel like you're passing through a thin veil of room temperature water as you cross over into the walls. This sickly air, strange, like acidic notes on the wind. The eyes of the villagers, again, they're mostly all humans or mortals. There are maybe a couple halflings, some gnomes perhaps, but humans by and large. Maybe a couple half-elves at most. And they are wearing like the garbs of what you would expect to see the peasantry of the mortal states wear in the modern day, but they look much older than that. Like that, these clothes they've been wearing these clothes, the same set of clothing for years and years and years and years, and they all sort of just, they watch you for a bit and then avert their gaze, go about their business, going back into these hovels or into the longhouse. What did you say you were doing to the statue as you pass?
Just running my hand along it, seeing if I can sense any magics or, like, not pull on any magics, but kind of say hello to them and see if I can essentially sense echo.
Were you just trying to, Are you going to imbue magic into this to do that, or are you going to just try and do it ambiently, through touch alone?
Let's fucking imbue magic into
Yeah,
it.
like arcane echolocation. You just send a pulse through it. What I will have you do, you can either roll an arcana or roll a spellcasting check over me here, or you can spend a spell slot of level 2 or higher, and I will have you just succeed.
Playing fast.
Let's spend that spell slot.
Because again, this is the realm of magic. It comes easy to you. You touch the statue, you can feel echoes within it, and you just almost send a pulse of your magic into it to rearrange the statue's memory, to be able to sort of thrum your energy through it and receive what vibrations it held. And you get a moving image. A great and mighty claw-shaped harpoon swinging across the ocean, latching into a landmass and bodily ripping it through the tides. An act that echoes with heroism and sacrifice. You pass by the statue. The crowd of people, these peasants lined with this aura that you can kind of see now, perceive again. It's like a gentle aurora just sort of silhouettes all these villagers. As they part ways, the shadows cast by this beautiful mansion. You can see at the base of the mansion, it looks like the stones are much older. There's some ancient wood there. Then clearly renovations were done for like 3/4 of the bulk of this place to turn it into a livable mansion. And on the steps, this woman, pale lilac, sort of robed coat with a beautiful fur collar, sharp cheekbones, black hair done up in a very tight bun with a single golden pin threaded through it to keep it in place. A cane she stands on, just looking out over all of you. She gives a nod towards the two witchbreed who led you in, and they bow, and as they get up and turn around to leave, as they face you, address the mother baroness. They shuffle and clank their way. The person standing to the left, or on the baroness's left, is somebody you recognize quite well. Dark, almost black-green robes, sort of pieces of like scale mail, chain mail, interlacing some of their armor. This beautiful gnarled dark wood staff with a red gemstone in it, a very square jawline and deeply inset eyes. This is the mage you met once, known as Sethius Amel. And as you walk up there, as the Baroness has given them a nod, you watch, I'll just give this to you, Sethius' eyes quietly widen, a pallor take over him, and then he regains his composure.
We all see that?
Everybody sees that.
Wow. Okay.
Except for, of course, the Baroness standing next to him. Visitors, you are not from here. You hail from the Prime.
Yes.
I bid you welcome to Duskpoint.
Yes. Great.
I'm just holding eye contact
We
with
are
Sephius.
we are both lost and confused.
As are we. When did you leave the Prime? What brought you to this space?
I mean, probably like a day ago.
It was unintentional. on
You
our-
two fled the War of the Gillinaris.
No.
No.
Of
Is that what you all did?
course.
When was that?
It is She looks towards her people. Regrettably, it is difficult to tell. It feels like it could have been centuries here. When the conflict broke out in the Calatine, I needed to protect my people. And thankfully, Duskpoint is not unfamiliar with crises, laced with energies ancient and divine. And so, we shelter here. Found a pocket of safety and a legion to keep us safe. Your arrival is intriguing. My advisor informs me that you might hold the key to returning us home, perhaps to a state of peace. Cepheus is just like Kubrick staring it out into the distance.
I'm trying to catch his eye.
Just
you know?
shitting.
Just
a
shitting.
brick.
At least he's real.
It's actually quite intriguing. The two of your followers that brought us here, they are similar to beings we've seen before.
You know of them, our dear wayward children.
Well,
Yeah.
Were they here when you found them?
When our Duskpoint arrived in this place, we found them sniffing about, misguided, and so we gave them guidance to help us and keep us safe in these dark times.
So you can't get back? Is that what I'm understanding? You're
We
stuck here?
cannot leave this place, and nor do I believe we should, until we know the war is over.
I mean, I don't think there was a war
yes, when we came,
happening.
there was no war.
You do not know of the war of the Gillinaris.
No.
Do we?
Do we?
Roll me a history check.
Oh.
Roll me a history check. Fuck it. You were
Yeah, that's fair.
sniffing about the library.
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
everybody's read more about this world now. Anybody who wants to can roll me a history check.
I'm going.
Cepheus is absolutely
Looking at
like.
me?
If you guys are down here, Cepheus is up. Cepheus is not even close to being able to make eye
I'm
contact.
still
Break
holding
up
on to
with
you.
your boyfriend.
I know. So toxic.
I got a 10. I don't know shit.
That's a 21.
21?
Thank God somebody's smart.
11.
11?
Well, plus
You
me,
know
so
of
it's,
you've heard of some of the conflicts that have happened here. There's never really been a large-scale war, and you with the 21 can confirm it. In any of the of Regulus's history that you may have thumbed through in scrolls or books, this war of the Gillinaris doesn't exist.
Mm.
Weird.
Mm.
What the fuck?
Do we know what Gillinaris means?
It's the river around in the middle of the continent that surrounds the forest.
So a war that was.
From the future. You. Oh. There is
Or
no
history
the
books are
war. The war you speak of is not one that we have ever experienced.
You do not. When do you hail from? What year?
Well, that's not a good question for me to answer.
Do we know?
Yeah,
20
it was the month of Kyrest 1013. It was that you bounced
do
out
know
of the Prime on the last day of Kyrest in the year 1013.
We convey that.
Heavens.
Yes.
10:30.
But
What?
by the end, we left at the very end of the same year.
Huh?
The same year?
1013, DH. We left at the end of the year.
But you've been here for centuries?
It is hard to tell how long. If you have only been here a day, then you will know that you will not yet know that time has a curious effect on the mind here. I invite you to perhaps acclimate yourself here in Duskpoint. I am also selfishly most interested to get to know all of you. You are more than welcome to reside here in the Zorn Pride. I did not yet introduce myself, did
I
I?
was going to ask that exact question.
She holds up the cane to her chest. I am the noble baroness of Duskpoint, Eva Zorn. EVA, space XORN. Duskpoint has been in the Zorn family for some generations now, though a crisis of this level has not happened since perhaps even an era ago. I had almost lost hope that we would ever return, but your presence here, dear left-hand Cepheus, I will not use the word hope, but I am encouraged by change in such a way.
We don't have hope anymore.
She cranes her neck at you.
The idea of it, we might.
An interesting individual. You, as in we the singular royal, or we the group, does not have hope.
We're doing our best.
I'm not very good with grammar.
We as a group might be lacking the idea of hope.
Cepheus leans in. If you'll excuse me, Baroness, I believe I might be able to provide some clarification towards our group, this group here, and perhaps acclimate them a little more immediately to our surroundings and our situation. Just gives you a nod.
It's the most she's ever smiled.
Actually, as Cepheus nods, there is a deadly serious expression behind his eyes. Like the fear and discomfort goes away, and it's this glimmer of the kind of look you see in a person's eyes before they crest a trench to start a bayonet charge. Like there is this just flicker, a direct intentional flicker before he looks back out front. As I said, I do not wish for you to squat in a cave if you are uncomfortable in such a priory, the Zorn Priory. We have plenty of space here, but if you would rather sleep with our people, welcome, people of Duskpoint. These intrepid what should we call you?
Sentinel.
Golden.
The Golden Sentinels.
Goldie. Just through the chat, the group chat, and don't you forget it.
My boy.
I'm so glad I'm not in that chat.
The Golden Sentinels.
Welcome, the Golden Sentinels, to Duskpoint. They are honored guests of the Zorn Barony. I expect you to treat them with respect, and I expect you to treat my people with respect. We have been through great hardships. The wayward children will not bother you so long as you do not bother them. They are dear to us and protect us from angered spirits that surge on the confines of many avenues of this space. Again, if you wouldn't mind, I would happily escort you through the town, give you a tour, and perhaps discuss with you how we ended here and maybe how you ended here as well.
Maybe how we can get out?
That's what I'm hoping to discuss with you most of all.
I'd like to jump to that, and then maybe while we're figuring that out, we can catch up and learn. But
Of course.
there is
We will get to
possibility
that.
to get out.
I hope so. We all hope so.
There's a town here.
Duskpoint.
What?
I think they moved it.
We had to escape
Move
the war.
town somewhere.
I will not suffer loss of life unwarranted. Though Duskpoint may be part of the coalition, we did not ask for such a conflict, and I will not let us suffer another tragedy when we have the means to circumvent it, even if it means suffering under greener skies. Katari is just like white-knuckled, clenched jaw. This whole time she will not speak.
Well, more brains to solve this problem of how we get back is probably better.
I would agree. Well, we'd like to see the town. I will
Of
speak for
course.
myself.
My people, you may be at ease. This assembly is adjourned. Go about your days. If you need of me, I will be in my study, though I am in need of rest. Dear left hand, attend to our guests. Of course, Baroness. And she, taps her staff. The people begin to disperse. She pivots the double doors open to the priory, She walks in. They close behind her. Cepheus, as the people are dispersing behind you, he looks down at all of you. Come here. Come here.
I want to go up, but I'm standing like a little like to the side of Synnove. A little bit behind his shoulder.
What are you doing here? How did you get here? What happened to you?
Are you a demon?
I certainly hope not.
We've seen a demon with your face, so I want to make sure that you're not a demon. Prove you're not a demon.
Demon say what?
I am not from the Prime, you know.
Yep, this is Cepheus. This is the real Cepheus because he's mad at me. Because last time we saw each other, you said I should rebel a little bit, and I did the opposite.
Why? That's simply not a conversation we can have for now. This is not... Dark deeds are afoot here. And I believe there may be a tablet of sorrow housed in this very priory.
Is that...
A what of what?
Is that like another demon?
A tablet?
Potentially. Come,
Okay.
let us walk and talk.
Cepheus, how long have you been here?
I only have been here for what must be a week, maybe a little more.
Did you get thrown out when I got thrown out?
No, I never left.
I knew he never left.
But it's been...
You mean get here?
Oh my god, my
You mean
brain.
get here as in Duskpoint, not the Faded Realm.
Duskpoint, yes. Like when Duskpoint arrived here, I felt a
Yeah, exactly.
intent, and he's starting to walk down the stairs because he keeps looking over his head towards the priory.
I'll follow.
Are you all right, Qatar? I kind of very lightly, and not in Qatari's ear, but just kind of like,
Sure.
are you all right, Qatari?
How could I be these people? They've had decisions made for them without their say-so. Look at them, they're suffering.
Well,
All of them.
some people live by the want of others' needs.
Do you think that's what's happening here?
Could be.
Their judgment is clouded. That cannot stand. She keeps again craning her neck back, looking at the priory every now and then. Cepheus is walking through in front, and people, the villagers seem to like veer away. As Cepheus takes you out of the west side, the courtyard, and is sort of walking you down the main thoroughfare. And again, you can start to see that there are larger chunks of landmass that look, again, clearly ripped from the Prime, as if they were like little islands themselves, ripped out, then just slammed into the faded ground here in a much closer proximity than they should be. The houses don't look right. They don't look right next to each other. Like there's less space in between places than some buildings should have. Some other buildings are much further apart. You know, just the topography and the infrastructure of this ruined village, though ruined, still doesn't make any necessary logical planning sense.
What's the ground like?
Which ones?
The ground we're walking. The ground that looks like it's been ripped from.
It's rocky, and beyond that, I'd need a nature check.
Ooh, okay, that's not bad.
But also, you would have heard the name Duskpoint before.
Okay.
Duskpoint is just a town on the coast, a fairly well-known town on the coast of the Mortal States. I forget which state it's actually in. I think it's Palatine, maybe. But it was known for its fairly fastidious eclipse worship before the eclipse went silent.
Is that implying that this town is from our world,
Yeah.
but brought here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
16 for nature
16,
They
it is
joined.
pretty clearly coastal land.
Yeah.
However,
Somewhere
again,
else.
the chunks of the faded ground here look, again, the weird wispy sort of non-Euclidean grass looks more lifelike, and the chunks that have been ripped out looks dulled and drained and sapped.
Okay.
He's leading you southwards down the town, sort of towards the stables, so to speak. I was still attempting to make some headway into the great floating mystery here in the Faded Realm, where you last left me. Truthfully, I managed to circumvent Pride and find some foothold again, but then there was a unimaginable amount of either blood magic or demon craft or other very intense arcane usage pulling somewhere near the impossible shore, and I had to travel. It took me some time to get here. I couldn't possibly define how much. But when I got here, this had all been established. This town, this mansion, and these creatures. You've seen them before?
The kind of scary?
Yes.
Yes. They were, yes. They were following,
He takes his hood down that has these sort of weird, like, little ornaments on them. Very wavy, unkempt, dark brown hair. And I've mentioned this before, he's a human.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. He sort of stops walking for a moment. The people, the villagers seem to disperse around him a little bit, leaning on his staff. I don't know how she did it, but there are two things I am almost certain of. There is a tablet of sorrow somewhere housed here. I believe that is the method the baroness got all of this here. These tablets, do they ring any bells?
No.
Sorrow?
Sorrow, yeah, they are. It's a bad piece of nomenclature, but legend dictates they are something to do with the founding of a mysterious island off the southwestern coast of the prime Sepikos. I'm sure you've seen it on a map. They are intrinsically related to the lore of the Lost Island. And one of them, if the legends are true, the Tablet of Veils. It is exceptional at distorting the threshold, weakening barriers between spaces. If she is using a tablet, it must be that one. And the second thing I am certain of is that she is not doing it on her power alone. There is a great, infernal evil here. Old and unkind.
Do you think she's actually trying to get the city back?
I don't know. She is tired. She is worn. And she is fearful for her people. But she is guided by unseen hands that mean no goodwill. I still don't understand why you are here.
Our friend pushed us here for safekeeping for a moment, but I've been asking to come back ever since I left.
That's the same
Why would
friend.
you come back here?
I thought I could find you and we could get the crystal again, because it would help.
Noble of you.
A friend also who pushed us here wanted to meet with somebody who apparently lives here.
What do you mean? There are very few denizens that are known to exist in the space beyond the spirits who were born here.
It's like her great grandfather, I think. He lives here.
Something Veron?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Veron?
like, yeah, Veron. That's her last name. Or Veron.
The first scholar?
Sure.
Where is your friend now? Perhaps they have more answers than I do.
our friend
She
is...
didn't make it here.
She's... The beings
I'm sorry.
that we recognize we know them because of our friend. They are associated in some manner with our friend.
Well, and he picks up his staff again and points towards the stables down the thoroughfare in front of you. The ones here, I do not believe are friendly to your purposes. The stables are... It's this ramshackle, like, thatched roof building that's, like, half, broken in now. It is teeming with unarmored, like, the small, wriggly, spindly versions of the witch breed. The unformed, unfinished ones. They are skittering around. They are feeding on some kind of Icarus slop that is pooled in the middle. And there's as they feed, they seem to almost... bifurcate and asexually reproduce every now and then. Not very often, but you see it happen at least twice.
Who's making them?
That I do not know. But I know it does not start or end in that stable.
Why do they listen to the Baroness?
I still don't know that either. I have traveled many of the halls inside that priory, and there are still avenues hidden to me. I have one other thing to impart to you before I must save some face. This war of the Gilanaris, I have not experienced that version of it. But the Prime I come from, the Regolus I come from, did experience a war. The elves of the Heart Wilds, they attempted something terrible. And they almost succeeded were it not for the Caliphate. A conjoined effort between the Caliphate and what then became the Imperium. The land did not survive. The Prime was split in twain, and most of the elves banished from the mainland. Whatever is happening in your Prime, I urge you, if we can return to your space, the Prime with Sentinels, the Prime with a Copper Legion, we must stop this before it gets too far.
Would you be able to come with us?
Of course. I should check in with the commander anyway.
How do we get back?
Same. That was me.
I thought, now that you are here, you will provide some sort of a distraction for the Baroness. A fixation, yes, but a distraction nonetheless. I will attempt to work from within, but with you all the way. We need to find her tablet.
Do I believe him when he says I'm going to attempt to work with you? Like that he's on side, he's on team?
You know what to roll. Let's see it.
No, this is my best friend.
Shimon.
Don't know him. I believe it.
15.
Ugh.
15?
Daniel. Ugh.
What do you get?
12.
I didn't roll.
Oh, okay. Implicit, right?
I believe him.
Low. 15. He seems very, very genuine.
Okay.
And not like that he believes what he's saying is true. Like, this is a man clearly experienced. You can see the same gauntlets that were on the demon version, those like blood-stained gauntlets with the clawed fingertips. Knows their way around magic and pain and is harrowed by whatever is happening here.
Okay.
We can work from without and within, but we must get that tablet. Whatever she is doing in the bowels of that manor, for whatever purposes, whatever ends she believes she is working towards, the strings of puppeteering must be cut, and this place must be either sent home or abandoned into fading obscurity. These people are still suffering, whether they know it or not.
So we gotta make friends with her and maybe also snoop through her shit, is what you're saying?
Just a small order of business?
I'm good at both of those things, so okay.
I would hope so.
We have snooped before.
As have I.
Oh.
Where do you intend to stay? She is earnest in her offering. She will... Before I knew it was you, I even suggested it. There are many guest rooms in that manor that have long gone empty. You can either stay within the walls of the priory itself, though I imagine eyes will be more trained on you, or you can stay with the commoners in the longhouse, though that will be a different brand of discomfort.
Are we allowed to walk around at night, or will we be under lock and key?
You will not be under lock and key, but her children, as she calls them, when the village decides it is nighttime, the children tend to grow restless, both within the walls of the town and within the walls of the priory.
Maybe we'd stay inside.
I mean, it beats sleeping on a cave floor.
I'd agree.
It doesn't affect me.
I think if we are in the priory, we have more chance to
Talk to
Make
her.
friends?
find shit out.
Yes.
Where do you stay?
Snoop.
I have chambers in the priory, and I also frequently make camp outside the ritual circle. You may have passed on the way into town.
What does it do?
It is used by the villagers here under the orders of the baroness to bolster themselves and acclimate them to the energies of the faded realm. These are just people of the prime. They are not used to this level of arcane inundation, though I am not certain if its purposes end there.
It has an immense amount of arcanic energy.
That is certain. I also ask as, well, you cannot practice anymore, can you?
I do things a bit differently now. I don't have any
You...
blood.
A shame.
I did try it. I think I did do that for a while. We're a little less alike now.
Well, two sides of a different coin. I would be very cautious around other practitioners of the blood. They are not averse to manipulating demons and corpses. And they are exceptionally well trained at it.
I'm not a corpse.
No, but the blood will not see you differently. I would just be mindful. Though your practice in your former life may steel you well against it.
Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. We have far much more to do.
I think it was sarcasm that was kind of rude.
What?
Oh, I wasn't being sarcastic. I'm sorry. That's just my tone.
No, I mean, I was just saying, like, it was just harsh.
Was kind of harsh, but
I don't. Well,
it was
You are dealing.
a good warning.
The woman in that mansion is either no stranger to blood magic, or the thing she is partnered with isn't. I am only trying to give you advice in an attempt that we may all leave this place and relieve the blanket of suffering that swathed this land.
I'm just happy you want me and everyone to get back.
Of course.
I thought you'd be pissed.
We have much more pressing problems than petty irritation.
Good, because I told them all that you were like my best friend, and it
Why would you do that?
because I don't remember my other friends, and you're the only one I remember. So I figured you're pretty important.
Well, I will certainly take that, but this is not the time for a conversation like this. Is this how it usually is for you? Do you usually find yourself discussing semantics, interpersonal semantics in crises?
It distracts from the scaries.
Yes. Also, there's always time to be polite.
Blood magic? I've never heard of that. What is it? You do it? She does it?
He just sort of takes his staff again, the red gem glinting in the light, and gestures to the whole faded realm. This is where magic was born. Blood magic is, or was once, the only magic. Everything else is diluted.
have I heard of blood magic?
You saw Lenore use it.
You did see Lenore use it.
You saw Lenore use it. Y'all would remember that.
Yeah,
I think I was in front of you and I didn't.
You didn't see it.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can, there would definitely have been
And you
I was
were
not a
like,
dabblers with
Yeah,
this
I don't
in the Hourglass Court and in the Seekers, though it is much more stigmatized
Right.
in
That would make sense.
Mobio.
Afterwards, you and Aelys told me not to use it. Told Lenore not to use it.
I am now remembering this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I must attend to my duties. I will meet you when the village begins to go to bed. I will meet you by the melted statue.
Okay.
Discuss what I have learned, discuss what you have learned, and decide where we walk next. I very much hope to have more languid interpersonal discussions with the group of you, but now is not the time for such things.
You don't
You
want.
really don't know of a war.
No, I mean, there are tensions brewing, but I wouldn't say there's any kind of war yet.
If it's something to come, and more the reason for us to go back.
I couldn't agree more. Keep your wits about you. This village is not as it seems.
You don't. You're going.
Unless you want the baroness breathing down our necks every moment of the time we try to spend here. I will be back. One of us will return.
Okay.
Okay.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
He takes his staff and starts walking, leaving you and this sad, grim town wreathed in shade.
So, are we just gonna go in there right now and start snooping through that lady's shit?
I mean, it's kind of a fast movement from the get-go.
I mean, what else are we going to do?
That's
We
fair.
don't have. We clearly have less time than we thought. I mean, like,
Yeah.
how long has passed in the real world?
I don't want to think about that.
Okay.
The more you do, the more
or you will get lost here.
We have to get back.
Okay. So, we're looking for Tablet?
Clearly, if she's up to some shit, maybe she thinks she's doing it for the good of her people. I don't know. We should look into Tablet. We should look into whoever she might be working with, I guess.
Should we start back going in there?
And finding, and saying that we'd like to sleep in there, maybe finding quarters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Like, get the lay of the land, find the kitchen. And then,
Are you
know,
hungry?
No, but I just feel like
It's
you
good to
know,
find a kitchen.
It's good to find the kitchen and know where it is.
And the bathroom.
And
Yeah.
the bathroom.
And then
Oh,
like maybe
sorry.
just go start opening doors, seeing if any of them are unlocked.
Let's make a plan to not split up as much as we can, or buddy system.
Yes.
Your buddy system for sure, at the very least.
But
And what are our pairings?
Oh, there's
Well, there is 6
as
of
needed.
us.
As needed.
There's 5 of us.
We're not all. It's not like we're all going to like the play that I've seen Scooby Doo. It's not like we're going to like all like split it up and go search for shit. I'm just saying like if there is something we're doing and then something else that needs to be done, we can split up kind of, but not send one person. Send 2.
Unless
And
you're with Sethius, you're probably safe.
I hope so.
Why do you put faith in him this way? You met him once.
Yes. You have put quite a bit of trust in someone that...
The last time you beckoned him, he was a demon.
As Valor pointed out, he is one of the people she remembers.
Sure,
The very few people. He
I
has
understand that,
importance.
but who's to say his good intentions were even good the first time?
Um,
What happened the first time?
I didn't clearly explain that. did
Not
I?
to me at all.
I remember you said his name was Sethius. His last name started with a letter, and you put blood on your hand, and it was super sick. And then you got kicked out of the Fated Realm.
Something about a crystal?
Does sound like what I would have said.
You put blood on your hand.
He did it.
That doesn't seem like someone... That's cross-contamination.
No, he
No, he didn't put. He put blood on his hand.
Oh, I thought he put his blood on your hand.
no.
What made you trust him in the first place when you met him here the first time?
He's like me.
What do you mean, like you?
Well, he was waiting for me when I arrived, and he knew Vikestar from his world. He seemed to be not the same me, but have a similar experience and similar. But he wanted me to rebel, and he said I would be stronger if I did things on my own. And I feel dumb for being so excited to see him, because obviously I didn't. I kind of did the opposite.
Why do you care what he thinks?
I don't know.
I would agree with
What was... He knew you were... He expected you.
He was
And what was the task you were attempting to accomplish?
Well, he was right where I was dropped, and we were trying to get this crystal that was like broken from that thing in the sky that we saw yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I think we can still see it.
We can still see it.
It's
from
you can
Always
everywhere
see
you
it.
ever go. It's like it never moves.
So I just point to it.
Yeah.
And he said that it was broken and it was something different where he was from originally, and he thought that if we were able to fix it or get a piece of it, that it would help Vikestar and it would help everyone. And then he did the cool blood thing, and I felt less cool. I remember that was something I felt a lot. I don't anymore. I'm very cool, but he did the blood thing, so then I put blood on my whip, and then there was this loud sound, and he said we had to hurry because something was coming for us, and I tried to get it, and I missed, and then that's when that horrible light person threw me out.
What was it that you were trying to get?
One of the floating pieces of the crystal.
Why?
Did he explain why?
Rachel, I'm just trying to make sure I'm remembering correctly, and I will mispronounce the words.
Yep.
Because
easy.
he had said it was like ash crown, or he said it's not ash crown here, and then he said the word that I know I can't pronounce.
Regularidem.
Thank you. Valor released Regolaridem.
Yep, that's it.
Regolaridem. He said where he was from, this was ash crown, but here it was still Regolaridem, and so then if the pieces were all broken, and if we could figure out what was wrong, or if we could take it, but this seemed to be a root of an issue. Am I saying it wrong?
No, but is that not... I'm not from your world, but isn't that eerily similar to the word Regolus?
I mean, it shares some letters with
Who's got the language skills? What versions of the language skills do you have?
What are you talking about?
Whatever. No. The sigil language skills.
Oh, me.
I don't have that one.
I do.
Because I was one from
Oh no.
Divine speech.
Fuck that. You have celestial.
Yes, I have
I have
Celestial.
Celestial too.
Regulus is the celestial word for world.
Oh shit.
Okay, so we can deduce what this means in common.
In
World
celestial,
beacon.
the word regularidem in celestial means world beacon. Full on.
Okay.
World Beacon.
Oh, that is important.
But I couldn't get it, and then I got kicked out.
You're
would like
still
to try
not
and get it again.
answering what I'm asking you. Why did he want you to get it?
Yeah, he said it would help.
Help what?
I took it to mean help Vikestar, help
So he
put the
didn't
world
tell you
together.
what he actually wanted it for.
He said we needed to get it, and I thought at the time that Vikestar had sent me here. And he normally just drops me places, and it's very clear what I should do, and it's my choice to do it.
You said you thought Vikestar sent you here the first time?
Yeah, and afterwards he told me he didn't. On that boat. We were on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he didn't send me here, but I don't know who else could, because no one else has been able to... Well, I might not remember.
This doesn't make me trust Zethius that much.
Not at all.
I don't want to upset you, Valor, but
He's in Sentinel,
He is in Sentinel.
right?
Right.
maybe.
Right.
He knows the commander.
The commander knows him.
Oh. Let me make sure, because I gave you the full... You would all know who
His
is in
name.
Sentinel
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is.
Pretty sure.
Was he on the list?
I'm pretty sure it's canon that he is. If you want to
No,
read
I'm just checking.
Yeah.
At the barricade when we met Emily's character.
Oh, Euphoria?
Euphoria was like, oh yeah, Cepheus
Cepheus.
is around here somewhere.
Yes, because he's a member of the
Pterodactyl.
Copper Legion.
Pterodactyl.
100% sure. He's one of the 3 A-ranking members.
okay.
I don't
I
think
got
he's a
it.
member of...
That was
I don't think
missing.
he's...
Let me...
Because when you said that, I was
I have
surprised
the
by
list
that
somewhere.
too.
No, he is not a member of Sentinel. However, he did just name drop Sentinel.
Strike one.
Well, we also introduced ourselves as the Golden Sentinel.
True.
We did.
Well, that could mean anything.
Okay, so, Valor, not to upset you, but I don't trust Zethius, and that's gonna stay that way until further notice.
Blood magic is not something to be trusted at face value at all.
Oh,
Ever.
I didn't know that.
Well, because you were taught by somebody who's not going to tell you that.
Vala,
That makes sense.
and I hope this isn't a touchy subject, but the version of you before you could do blood magic in a way that I had never seen.
So I did do it.
Well, not you.
Maybe before, it's me.
Sorry, I don't mean to. It is a complicated thing. Life.
I consider it me, even if I don't remember all of it.
Sure, but...
I think it's easiest to respect that.
Yes. I'm not trying to disrespect it, I apologize, but... Aelys and I saw you do something that was very dangerous. Blood magic that I have only researched, and people of Seekers and people of Mobio can do it, but it is not to the level that you can, not to the level of this area.
Blood magic in Asalatash is one of the, if not the highest executable crime by a member of the Sarash brand.
Oh, well, Well, it's a good
It is
thing
a sin.
I can't do it anymore.
Well, you were not under the confines of a Salatosh at any point.
Well, I figured at some point we would visit there.
And your intention was to visit there and commit crimes?
No, I just...
I mean, we've committed crimes everywhere else we've gone.
Big do crime.
I'm trying not to. I just
Crime?
feel like people, like how you could like smell that I was different. I just assumed that you just kind of like know things.
You confuse me more and more every day.
Let us go inside.
That's because we're getting to know each other.
That is not helpful. But progress is progress. What are we doing?
We're going inside.
Go inside.
We're gonna get the lay of the land. We're gonna try to make friends if we need to. And we're gonna snoop through some shit.
You can just tell me to be quiet. I can do that.
Do you want me to continue to be on your shoulder?
That is fine. I'm just meaning that I am not exceptional at making friends with people who have dragged cities across realms. That is not my strong suit, nor what I intended to be.
Definitely though, if we start like asking someone for questions, if we were like grilling them, then you definitely like mean mug in the back and like
Why not immediately begin with truth-telling? She taps her spear.
That's actually not a bad idea.
If they have nothing to hide, they will not subject to being open.
Yeah, you gotta choose like the opportune moment to do it, you know?
Will you give me a signal? What's the signal?
I think that even when people don't think they have something to hide, or even when people don't have something to hide, they feel like they might.
That is wrong.
Oh, I could wait.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying that
Then we shall teach them.
just because someone would be like averse to that, I feel like it's more of a reaction of like, no, get your hand out of the cookie jar. It's my cookie jar.
We have cookies?
But if we all submit, then it is our cookie jar,
Yes.
and they cannot object.
After deliberation, I'm just saying that like they might be like no,
Do you
but
want
not be untrustworthy.
Do you want me to wink at you if it's not going well and
How
we should go to that?
give me a demonstration. That's a blink.
Is that what you think winking is?
No, it wasn't.
You've got to only do one eye.
I am discerning whether or not you're attempting to pull the wool over my eyes with this. You are definitely blinking with, but they are blinking with both eyes. Yes.
You are correct.
She
Yeah.
is. Try.
If I turn on, maybe if I can like focus and kind of be more charming now. I could try that again. But go for it.
Wait, save it up for now.
I'm going to need another signal. That will not do it.
How about a quick shimmy?
Just remember.
That's not good enough.
No,
You
we
could
were
just
talking
shiver.
about pinky hold. Just kind of pinky.
But that
hold.
is for lies.
That is for lies.
I am
Ooh.
not gonna. You cannot do that to me either.
Index fingers for truth. Did somebody else?
No.
want
No.
No.
Pinky for lies.
It needs to be. It needs to
Needs to be something else.
It's too many fingers.
Something simple and clean.
How about?
Wait.
How
What
about
are
a
we?
tug of the ear?
I've lost the plot.
I know.
What are we trying to make a
I
signal
need a
for?
signal for when
For truth
for
zone.
truth.
Okay.
Signal for truth. It could be as simple as if somebody just wants to bark.
It's just gonna.
What if one of us
I've
who
lost
can
it.
wink
I've lost
winks
it.
at you?
I need something a little more ostentatious than that.
I don't have any ears.
Ooh, can I squeeze your elbow? If
you do
you
that all the
allow.
time.
You do that a lot, though.
But that's
Not to Qatari.
I need something different, something clear, and something unmistakable.
How about
You don't want me doing this at the wrong time, do
How
you?
about one of these?
you see the flipper just
Again, it's the least conspicuous thing. She goes, now that Thegus could work.
nice. Oh, I did it. Wow.
That is a strange movement to make, and I like it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, let's go into this house. Everybody, be your most charming selves that I know you are capable of being.
So I should
Tits
wait.
out, ladies.
You begin moving up the thoroughfare.
With Chickpea, because we were really charming together last time.
Okay.
Qatari's gonna sidle up next to you,
Okay.
actually, for reasons we'll get to in a bit.
Okay.
But as you move down the thoroughfare, back, sort of following where Sethius had led you, or had led you and went back from, the villagers continue to mill and seethe around you. Before, as you're passing the longhouse, a small voice from the longhouse door on the side of the sort of boat structure cries out, "Excuse me, are you here to help us?"
Hi.
And it's this small little girl, just sort of sitting in the doorway, and is a bit of an eyesore compared to the other villagers. Again, in rags, that strange aura around them, but this is a young, probably under 10-year-old little Minotaur.
Oh.
Who's just looking up at you with these big black glistening eyes. Are you here to help us?
That sweet thing.
We'd like to go home. And that is where we'll take our break
Ooh.
this afternoon.
Damn.
See you in like 15 minutes.
Y'all, I'm sweating from how
Come
laughing. How much I was
on.
laughing.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Don't look like you regret it.
Don't wonder what we were
made
talking
these
about.
jokes
I haven't. I was
hundreds
just.
of
I
times.
wasn't prepared for that. 7 seconds before we went live. Hi,
Hi.
folks. We're back. We're jumping straight back in, and you can bump the spooky music. just for the sake of it.
Bump the spooky.
You are in the dilapidated, displaced town of Duskpoint, here in the Faded Realm. Zorn Priory, the mansion overlooking things, you are now just outside the longhouse where this little Minotaur girl has called out to you. We've been here a very long time and I would like to go home. You can help, right? Everybody else is very... They get all sad all the time and nobody seems to want to do anything and I just want to go home.
We're going to try.
Okay. Can I help?
If you could spread some hope to everyone.
But they don't really listen.
What do you mean?
I don't... Everybody's afraid of things and they don't do much talking anymore. I feel like I'm... I don't know. She calls it, like, turns into the longhouse. They're here to help! They've come to help! You can hear some murmurings inside the longhouse, but nobody responds, really.
Are your parents in there?
Oh, no.
Are there any other people your age here?
I think so. Though it's hard to tell. Everybody gets very fuzzy.
Have you seen any like weird things happening? Anything that would?
She just like looks around and
I mean,
up.
besides the everything, anything that seems really off.
Everything?
Oh, sugar. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. How'd you find us?
Magic.
What kind? The scary kind?
No, the good kind.
What is that?
Why do you think it's scary?
Well, that's the kinds that happen around here. That's the kinds that always happen in Duskpoint.
The magic that brought us here was love magic.
What does that look like?
Sparkly.
Yeah.
She sits down. It's just waiting.
I'm not good with children.
Looking at me.
Do you have some sparkly magic?
Do I have some sparkly magic? Sure. I'll minor illusion in my hand a sparkly version of just like a very I'm trying not to use the word crude of her that I see, just like a minor,
Sure, like a prestidigitation.
essentially,
Or,
or like a minor illusion version
Yeah.
of it that's just like in my hand.
Is that it?
Well, that's quite.
But that didn't get you here.
No, but it's
So what's this love magic then?
love magic is
You can't see it usually, but you feel it.
Well, but that's not going to help us leave.
No, Will.
How?
For you, sugar, we will worry about that. What I need from you to help us on this very important mission
She itches one of her little stubby little horns.
is to make sure these folks pay attention. Make sure that they don't get lost in the whatever
What
this
do I do?
is.
Just bang pots and pans or something?
Sometimes.
go like no.
Remind them where they're from. Remind them of who they are. I don't know.
Do you have a song you could sing?
No. Maybe.
Or you could hum?
I could hum. But why? Okay, I can try that.
Is there like a town song about that statue over there that you all sing together that maybe would help everyone?
I don't really know. Nobody talks to me that much.
Why not?
I don't know. They just don't do it. I don't ask them why they don't do it. I just,
Even before you guys were here?
yeah.
What is your name?
Ophelia.
You're breaking my heart, all right?
I don't mean to.
No, it's just an expression.
Ophelia,
Damn it.
Yeah.
when you say fuzzy, because like sometimes my memories are fuzzy, but sometimes your vision is fuzzy.
Yeah.
What kind of fuzzy do you mean?
They just get hard to look at.
Okay.
I don't know.
When they're really close or when they're really far?
When it changes. I think I can hum like the sea. No, that doesn't work. I'll
Like-
try it.
Like the sea? Like
Well,
the
yeah, just
waves?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jay-
it's beautiful.
but it doesn't really sound like it.
Well, have you seen every sea in the whole world?
Don't you like waves?
The one sea, the big one.
Well, maybe the way that you do it is how it sounds in a different sea.
There are other seas?
There are
Yeah.
many.
What do you mean there are many seas? Now I want to go home again. I want
Well-
to see the other water.
If I have my way, we will all be going home.
You promise?
I promise.
She holds up a pinky.
I promise.
Don't break it.
I won't.
Okay. I'll see if the humming helps.
Goodbye.
Hi, Ophelia.
And she turns into the longhouse and you just hear.
You guys did a really good job.
Nothing music can't solve. I taught that at a young age. Wish I had the pipes for it, though. Let's go.
Yeah. I used to sing her to sleep.
Are you a good singer?
I don't think so.
Oh, right. Well,
But it's the heart behind it.
how
It's
do...
love magic.
Right. I'll have to
A smaller version of it.
do
but-
that more.
Why do you. Katari's walking.
Mm.
Oh, and I'm walking too.
You could have told her more truths than that.
She's very young, right?
To grow up not knowing the truth is to be hurt later. It's just the way that it is. And I don't know what help we gave her.
We gave her hope. And that is a truth in and of itself. I think that
How? You can't tell me hope is a truth when we watched it get taken away from us.
it's a truth in that it helps is what I mean. Like, no, we cannot say exactly what it is, but if we err on the side of doubt, we might be wrong. If we
But what about
if we
just
catast-
erring on the facts?
But what are the facts?
The things we know.
We don't know shit.
Well, we don't.
Then why did we tell her things that we don't know?
Because hope is important. It is a truth.
I can't agree with that.
We're going to get her out.
You don't know that.
We're going to get ourselves
But
out.
there is a thing to say about manifestation.
That has led me down futile roads. It's what I was saying yesterday. I don't understand the usefulness of this.
I
What-
look at it with children. We are carrying the burdens that others carried for us when we were young.
Then when will she learn to carry her own?
Hopefully not very soon.
I don't agree.
Katari,
Yeah.
what would you have told her?
That she needs to be careful. That she needs to watch out. That maybe she should come with us, hide away, take action.
Well, go tell her that then.
Katari turns around.
I'm coming with you.
Oh, Katari,
You have to adhere to the buddy system, Katari.
I'm with her.
She's on. Yeah, Figus is on the shoulder.
And Gold. I'm sorry.
I'll go
I didn't think
too.
she would. Yeah, someone else.
I'll go
please.
with
You're
them.
gonna tell Katari to do something.
Yeah,
She's
no,
gonna
that's
do
fair.
it.
Yeah,
That's fair,
we all
that's
go.
fair.
Alright.
Except when she doesn't want to, and then she's very upset. You told her to try to do something.
Correct.
Yep.
Tried to tell her to.
All of my suggestions.
Tell me what to do.
This interaction is brief, so we'll
Okay.
just run through this here. You on her shoulder. She whips around straight into the longhouse. And the kid, Ophelia's still just like walking around, like getting up to close to people's faces.
My heart.
And people are sort of, some of them are looking at her. No, don't do that.
That's so sad.
She, one at a time. As Ophelia is sort of just like wending her way through the people who are there. This longhouse is, there looks like there's a kitchen that has been not used for decades. Like just collecting dust and ash. Little like alcoves and spaces for people that are built for lounging. There are little bedrolls that have been rolled out. There are people sleeping in the bedrolls, people that are arranging their stuff in sort of futile ways. And as Ophelia is wending her way through that, Katari sort of books it over there.
Oh, Katari.
No, Katari needs to learn how to, communicate.
Things are bad.
And she
Careful.
Do you want me to let her go? Okay.
she kneels right down
Oh, God.
and says, Ophelia.
Oh.
Hi again. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Sorry, I thought so other things. You know this is bad, right? Yes. Is the humming working? I don't know. I haven't gone through everybody yet. She looks over at you. Okay. If the humming doesn't work, we're gonna be at the statue when everybody else starts to go to bed. Come find us at the statue, and we'll work towards something that might help a little more. Is that gonna be shiny love magic as well? Don't know. I couldn't actually tell you what we're gonna try, but would you like to help? Maybe, if you think it will work.
You aren't required to.
I'm not required to do anything, really.
Fair.
Well, look, if you want things to get better, you can't just wait for somebody else to fix your problems, right? I don't know. Well, you can't. So, if you want to help, and the humming doesn't help, we'll be at the statue. If it does help, then I will be just as confused as you are. But you can tell us that then, right? Okay. Can I go now? Sure. Go on. She just keeps humming away.
Now, how did that feel, Katari?
Like what we should have started with. And she moshes out of the longhouse with you on her.
All right. It went.
Let's go.
It went fine.
See? Was that difficult to let me go and amend?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, like,
What?
how bad it was.
Well, that doesn't do any good either.
So you aren't fully telling the truth.
Oh.
Well, I just said it's bad, didn't I? Which is
But
the truth.
she knows that already.
Right. But what good is filling her head with love magic gonna do when we could provide her with an avenue to work, to do something?
She's a child.
Everybody grows up.
Aren't they supposed to not be out after dark?
I don't know. I just got here.
That's what Cethia said.
She's not gonna grow up within the next 10 minutes.
Well, if it's the next 10 minutes to find whether or not this kid makes it out of this hellhole, I'd rather her be prepared now than not when it matters.
I'm sorry, I misjudged. I thought you were gonna go, like, really far bad, and you went kind of in the middle.
I mean, I could go back and change it again.
No, I
No.
think it sounds like what you did was a good amount of honesty for someone.
Oh.
I'm not good with children, but that seems like it was a good amount of
Why did we-
honesty
it-
for
it's-
her age.
You're moving sort of through the courtyard.
You know?
I don't understand why we treat children differently to begin with.
Are they not where you're from?
What do you mean?
They
You treat them like little adults?
They are not little adults. They are purposes. Everyone is a purpose. You are named for your task the moment you were born. That is it. That is who you are. There is no room for misunderstanding your activity, your action.
There's room for learning.
Certainly, but love magic is not going to help a child learn.
I disagree.
Shocking. And she keeps moving towards the manor.
Come along, everyone.
Did Katari teach us about where she's from?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's teaching. Sometimes better and sometimes worse.
Speak on it.
Well, she's been sad since she and JB are extra sad since Aelys isn't here.
Yeah, she and JB are extra sad. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, JB, you're right next to me.
It's okay. I feel like I'm as sad as everyone.
Well, you guys just were. You guys are a normal amount of sad.
I'm going into the manor.
We should all go.
Are you with us, or did you?
I'm on Katari's shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you're on
Katari's waiting
shoulder.
at the top of the steps.
Because like, help, please.
You get up the little steps that lead to the double wooden doors. And when you get there, Synnove, from your circlet, you hear the sound of little mouse squeaking across the band.
No.
Be careful. Tread lightly. Much bigger than a mouse house this time.
Synnove just gets really wide-eyed and then in her head thinks, okay, thank you.
Across the band again. You swear you can feel little tiny pitter-patter footprints with no mouse to be seen. As you're standing there, Katari is like, cum, 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 just rapping the wood. Baroness,
Oh, okay.
we would like to accept your offer. That is what we're doing, right?
What? Yes,
Yeah.
we're just trying to get inside, really.
The doors slam open, revealing, truthfully, if you hadn't been able to see the architecture from the outside, the inside here dictates that this building was once a house of worship. It is the main thoroughfare is one long, wide, straight row. Marble flooring, some older strands of darker wood, like the ancient wood foundations on the outside, sort of wending in between these tiles. And at the long back of the hall, there's a stairway that heads up to a landing in front and to two side landings that run the length of the whole main hallway here on either side. On the top landing, there seems to be a central door in the middle, and what? I have to look at my maps here.
My mouse.
Like
You're gonna do drawing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 other doors, 4 on each side, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom of this long chamber that clearly has some kind of buildings on the side of it. And again, every 15 feet along the main thoroughfare here on the ground and on the balconies. That's again, so if it's 100, I can't do 100 divided by 15 quickly, but there are at least 20 witchbreed in this main chamber.
6.5.
5 on each side of the bottom floor, 5 on each side of the top floor. They all like just slurp their heads towards you as you enter.
Slurp.
Shit.
Synnove steps forward and asks the witchbreed person.
I just like
Okay.
any of the ones lining the walls.
Is the baroness in or is she busy? We'd like to accept her offer to stay and have a sleepover.
Mother rests. They all say in unison.
Oh.
She is in repose.
Okay.
You have been welcomed by Mother. the door on the far left corner on the top floor boom, slams open. Guest chambers. Welcome to stay. All 20 howl through the chamber.
Thank you very much.
Shall we?
Looking around as we're walking. So scary.
So you're just going down the hall, up and into
Yeah.
the.
As we're
Are there any other
walking,
doors?
I lean down to Synnove. Synnove, that card might be helpful.
Right now?
Well, at some point, you could become quite small.
Not in full view of.
Yeah, maybe no, in secret.
Two more Witchbreed.
All right now.
5 on each side, and 2 on either side of the main door of the top landing.
Cool. The door for us opened, but all the other doors are closed. In the
Yeah.
room? Cool.
The upper far left door open, the guest
Okay.
chambers.
We go up in there.
Yep, you just head right on in.
Yep.
As you move, all the Witchbreed,
Gross.
like a painting that's eyes stalk you, they just watch your every move. You enter in through that door, and it's just a... I want to describe the decor of this place. It's a lot of tile, a lot of, like, curtaining, like decorative curtaining that may have once been a nice plush velvet, like a deep red or mahogany color, that now looks like mulch. There has been a seeping of life and color from this whole place. It is freezing in here. And the more you walk, the more this, like, just pressure seeps in on you. It continues to sap the color out of everything and continues to drop the temperature to the point where I'm actually, can I get a... Let's do charisma save from
Is
everyone.
this a cold? Something to do with cold?
No,
Oh, okay.
not
Yeah.
cold damage at least.
Weather doesn't affect me.
It's not
But
weather.
It's not weather. It's a saving throw, and if you're around me, you get a +5 to a saving throw.
Are we all around? I
Yeah.
assume we
So-
are. Okay.
Open
yeah.
time.
Within
sorry,
10 feet.
Oh, that's a 19. No, sorry. Ace.
16.
16,
22.
22,
27?
27,
18.
18, 16.
Yeah.
For as long as you are in the confines of the Zorn Priory, you will be frightened.
Oh!
I can't be frightened.
No!
You can't be frightened? Are you sure?
Let me double
about-
check. Let me double check.
I'm very glad that I...
You can't be stunned either, right?
You can't be stunned?
No.
Holy
Secrets.
fuck.
Well, that's what happens when stunning you kills you.
Yeah.
On some doomsday
Stunning.
shit.
Ooh, stunning.
Let me just pull up the
I'm
the
looking
hollow
at it
stuff.
right
I know
now.
there's a lot of things I'm immune to, and I thought frightened was one of them,
No,
but it could
you're
be
immune
wrong.
to disease, resistant to poison and necrotic. Where is the thing about this?
Oh, it's wall attuned. You can't be blind, deafened, petrified, or stunned.
Yep.
To Xenophir, but not frightened.
Frightened. For as long as you are inside the confines of this place, there is something within you.
Yeah.
It's like the hollow brand embedded into you shudders in and of itself. You should not be here, and this place should not be here.
Whenever I'm on the Priory like compound or inside.
Inside the building, on
Inside.
any level of it, there
Okay.
is a, and thank God you don't need to sleep because it would stop you from doing that as well.
Oh,
But
I
the,
should have re-rolled that. That was my choice.
um,
to go
yeah,
with that
it's just
roll.
like it just seeps into you.
What's it looking like here?
In here, it's again, this whole room is just like draped in these sort of mulch-colored sacked curtains, and it's a bunch of what must have been very nice, somewhere between like a double bed and a queen-size bed. It's a longer, sort of narrower room. There are, let's say, 8 beds, 8 of these sort of wide beds that looked like they were once delightful and soft. These pillows look fairly well plumped, but again, all the upholstery, all the bed sheets are just stale and look like they are wavering on the cliff's edge of starting to decay in place.
Well,
Can we just wake up?
yeah,
So-
I don't
yeah.
need to go to sleep. I think we should go exploring our new abode while we're here.
Do we want to
We should explore outside, right? That's what you're gonna say?
Outside? We just got in here.
I could have sworn you were about to say we should explore outside. The tablet will definitely be outside, Thegus.
Are you okay, Valor?
Yes.
Inside check.
I don't believe you.
Fucking 17.
She is not okay. You all want to go outside this room.
We literally just arrived with the explicit purpose of understanding our guests' home, yes?
I do think we need
host
to.
home.
I do think we need to. Why would we go back where we just were?
I just don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. You guys don't feel that?
Oh, so now Sethius isn't what you want to be near.
It's
Well,
definitely
Sethius
creepy.
isn't here. He said he'll meet us outside. We should wait outside.
In hours?
We need to do research inside.
What is time? Right?
Well,
Right?
If we want to start that conversation.
All right, if we're breaking up, what are we doing?
well, I guess I'm with you.
I think it would behoove us to use this.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
For
sorry. Kind
purpose?
of excited.
Snooping?
Well, we can snoop as us. You don't necessarily have to change your form to do that, do you? Where are you planning on going?
No.
As what?
Under a door somewhere?
Ooh. Katari,
Locked?
what I've given her is she can transform into something.
Like if
You realize that does not inspire confidence in me.
Maybe you use it when we find a specific door for you to go under or something.
that we
like
can't get through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the idea of you pulling up a list of like potential.
Yes. You could be. You could be a bat. Could be a mouse. A rat.
I like the mouse.
Now, important thing to say here: if you do this, you are in charge, not me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna put my hand on Valor's shoulder and be like, "It's okay." I'm gonna try to send some positive energy. If that helps.
Does that help?
What are you attempting to do here?
Shield bruise.
I don't know. I don't know if my thought was in the same way that he's been able to like share the calm positive key with Aelys, but at this point I don't know if he's exactly calm. So I don't know.
Well, you did say that you attempt to do it.
I'm just
Or you just like are trying
I
to...
just want to know
I'm just trying
what's.
to be a friend.
You're just trying to give positive energy, or are you trying to like put key into me?
I will not pump a key point.
No.
That feels that's too
What I'm
aggressive.
asking is either mechanically, RP wise, or flavor wise. In doing this, what is your ideal outcome in this transferal of energy into Valor?
So, the way I look at it is that like the key that is like the key that's flowing through him will just like kind of expand a little bit and touch the key that is in her to kind of like, if this is going at like a crazy frequency of like being really scared and something, like trying to introduce a calmness, a stillness that will, if not bring it down, but like, or at least like kind of like water it down, dilute the tension.
So it's less anxious.
Take the edge off.
Take the edge off, sure.
Okay.
Little weed.
If it's just for flavor, I'll let it. I will let that sort of, just that simple transferal of energy take place. If you are looking to mechanically subdue some of this fear, I'm going to require an expenditure of something on your part.
I mean, sure. I'll use a key point. Fuck it.
Okay, so
yeah,
key point, and then I roll me your again wisdom proficiency.
Okay.
As you sort of again take that breath, you visualize the train arena and let some of that teal light, that positive energy, start to waft off of you. You're becoming quite adept at doing this now.
21.
Just put a hand on your.
Put your head on my shoulder.
The energy seeps around you.
Mm-hmm.
As it sort of reaches over your shoulders and across the broad side of your chest, it's almost like the holobrand drinks it in. Sort of seeps like liquid down into the actual brand. And the frightened condition will end.
Ooh. Fucking let's fly.
The DC on that was a 20.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Damn.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh,
You
wow.
okay?
Do you feel better?
I just haven't been afraid since I came back like this, and that was awful.
You know what? I'm gonna, with that, the vestiges of the positive energy mingling through you, Valor, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
And somebody,
Got a 3.
a 3.
Oh, the plus 1?
That's 4.
There, with a 4, it's the barest minimum of
Yeah.
information. You know that it is not simply the morose nature of the house or the general displeasing atmosphere that caused this fear. There is
Okay.
something here that affected you in this way. It
Okay.
is an active source. However, with a 4, you have no idea what or where it is.
Right, but I can tell that there's something here that did this to me.
Yeah.
I think we should be careful as we look for the tablet, but also there's something that made me afraid.
Makes sense.
So what are we doing? Are we just going bashing down doors while the monsters watch us?
We're wandering looking for the kitchen.
Okay.
But we're actually gonna go open doors and see what we can find.
While they watch us.
Well,
Yeah, but we're looking for the kitchen.
Okay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We're lying.
Yes. Are we staying together or splitting up?
There's something not right here. If we split up, we should at least not be far away from each other.
I don't mean like individually. I meant like in little pods.
For right now, since we don't really know what this place fucking looks like, let's stay together. If we find somewhere that branches out and both ways seem interesting, we'll figure it out then.
Fair play.
We gotta play things by ear.
I wish I had Damien make more of the rocks.
Boy, Damien, fuck me.
That is something that is going to have to be talked about at some point.
We gotta.
No.
Well, we left a lot.
Damien's who you're worried about?
Maybe it's
You-
red.
Is that towards me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm worried about a lot of other people beyond Damien.
A lot of other people? I know somebody's worried about you.
That's very kind.
Oh.
I hope someone's worried about me.
Oh, like all of the...
What do you mean?
Hey guys, did you hit your head?
No, I know who you're talking about.
And you think that's just gonna go over well?
I don't know who we're talking
Well, now I don't know who you're talking about.
Your partner.
Oh yes. No, she will
They've
be
been dating for,
appreciative
like,
of the
3
pursuit of
years.
knowledge.
What?
They've only.
We also haven't been together that long. One.
Have
two.
you gone on a date?
We go on space dates.
You know as well.
The hell does that mean?
Where we go into
She tried to take
a space area and we kind
Can
of.
you reach her now?
Lenore was alone with
Are
them
we?
when that happened. She
Sorry, above tape. We're like in a quiet
You're
room.
in
by
you're in the
ourselves.
the guest room with all the beds.
So the doors are closed.
I didn't say that.
Are the doors closed?
Did anyone close
You
the
you
door?
just walked in the bloody room.
Close the door.
We closed the door. Yes, we closed the door.
I'm still like this.
I could attempt to. We haven't. So much has happened.
She could help us get back,
That's true.
probably. She's smart about some things.
All right, put me down, please.
Oh, don't we have the
Sure.
We do have that.
We
But
can't
no,
leave these people.
I think we decided it wasn't going to work.
I don't think we even like tried it. We could do
There are
it.
doors with handles and keyholes.
I know, but I don't know if that's a one-time use, and I don't want to. I have to think it's not a one-time use. Anyway,
I just don't think it'll work.
yeah, I'll ask her with if I actually can talk to her. All right. You can watch. I won't do anything. You won't be able to see anything. So I'm just gonna be here.
Don't let anything happen to
We
me.
can watch.
Well,
That's wild.
God's sake, Katari.
Theus,
Yes.
I don't think a lot of us are relationship experts, but how long has it been since you've called your girlfriend?
I have never called her my girlfriend.
All right.
Since you last spoke with her.
Are you gonna call your not girlfriend, or should we go snoop?
I'll call her right now.
How do we do? You like essentially just flip open that switch in the back of your head to like
Ayo, girl.
send that psionic signal out,
What's up?
and there is this white hot sliver that ripples back down your head. I need the biggest intelligence saving throw from you you've ever made.
You get +5.
Arnar.
Yeah, I assume we're all standing around you.
Yeah.
We're watching.
Yep.
You're watching.
You watch Thegus' eyes roll, even if they don't have whites, they roll complete white for a second.
Oh. I found his girlfriend.
I don't know. It seems really serious for only 3-ish weeks.
32.
32?
It's a short relation.
Okay.
Not that
So,
we should give him advice.
you feel this white hot sliver shear down your mind, and there is a moment where this heinous set of essentially television static ripples through your vision, and you're able to brace yourself against it. You're well practiced at shielding your mind, so you only take half. You take 16 points of psychic damage.
Damn.
As it just motes, tiny little black and white motes of information that clash against each other, like negative and positive pieces of information that haven't quite formed, just ripple back through you. It's like the communication channel is clogged.
Would have been 32 points of damage.
Yep.
How many do you have?
55.
Okay, that's not that bad.
You got 16.
Oh,
Are you okay?
no.
What happened?
Oh,
Did she break up with you?
no.
I'm guessing it didn't work.
And that doesn't work.
Ooh, do you
Please, someone.
do you want space?
No,
Or do
no,
you
no, no,
want
no, no.
us
I
to-
need healing.
Well, come here, sugar. I'll take care of you.
Do you want?
I don't. Please.
Valor, if you want to go for it,
You can do it. Use the love magic.
so funny.
I can't let go
Wait,
of JB right now,
no.
so.
I think I can do it to myself.
Oh, you can.
Check this out.
Yeah, let's watch while you do it to yourself.
For God's sake!
Sit down!
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
How does that look for you?
Yeah. I'll go. And you know, as finding new spells in this spell book that is ever material, it boggles Thegus every time this new one that resonates in a different color than the others. And I'm hesitant of it for a second to be like, is that hope? And then I go, and I tap hello, and this blue energy, almost hope-like, swirls around, and in a singular line that has almost words coming like, hello, here, let me help, here. It swirls around me and then lays down on top.
I love that.
And I don't know how fucking Healing Word works.
I think it's like a
It's a D4. I cast it at first level.
So D4 plus 4?
D4 plus your spellcasting abilities, so 5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Go. That is one of the. I took that and something else of a different. 2, so 6.
Nice.
Or no,
No, 7.
7.
Yeah. 7 points.
A little bit.
Whoa, that's your magic.
Ooh, roll me, just out of curiosity, d20.
Oh, for the thing?
healing her heart.
Well,
For
for
that.
your thing, first of all.
Actually, that spell slot is fine because that's my first level spell slot.
Yep.
Fuck
Yeah. Roll me a d20 anyway,
But I'll
then.
do it anyway.
For something else.
12.
12, nothing happens.
When you
Whenever you
look
cast spells in the
Remember.
Faded Realm,
Oh,
roll me a d20 afterwards.
interesting.
Don't even have to worry about it.
Okay.
You okay?
Use as little as
So-
possible.
I am
It
winning.
didn't work.
No, it worked. I didn't know. I believe the beacon has given me access to spells that you could cast.
That's cool. I think she meant talking to your.
Oh no,
your-
I can't.
Okay.
That's severed.
Is she upset with you?
No, it's not even she didn't say anything to me. It was.
Oh, the silent treatment. Oh
well,
no.
I don't think it was a. She didn't answer
you sure?
hello. I know it was a. It just didn't work.
Is that what happens when she's mad?
We're really far away.
You know, I don't think she'd be mad at me.
She's
not
going to be
calling?
angry.
She might be angry. She might be happy.
If
that-
someone I cared about just disappeared from the face of the earth, I would be at least miffed.
But
at
she
the
of
very-
all-
and that's on the low end.
she of all
Also-
people would understand the pursuit of knowledge.
We also might have already been gone for months.
Yeah,
That's
she might have
true.
moved on.
Well, that's
Synnove.
Synnove. I hope not.
It's a joke.
Well, fair.
What we should be
just-
doing is moving on.
Yeah, we should.
Right.
Great.
I'm sure she's waiting for you like somebody who waits for their love to come back from a war. Alright.
All right.
We're going back to a war.
Let's go snoop.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, you know what time it is?
Snoop time.
Drawing time.
La da 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 da.
I've been waiting for it.
This is gonna be really bad. Talk amongst yourselves. Make a plan. This is gonna take.
Hey
a second.
everybody, welcome to writing time with Will.
You're
So
going-
we can go room to room. I'm guessing it's in the downstairs.
Anna.
So we want to go back. We're on the second floor. We want to go back downstairs and try door to
Look for a
door.
basement.
Time to get into this mansion's panties.
cellar
I just
door,
think
basement.
anywhere.
Kitchen?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say if we're pretending to look for a kitchen, kitchen wouldn't be on the second floor. Kitchen would be on the first floor.
Well, you
Unless
never
you're really fancy.
unless you've got multiple kitchens.
Unless you have multiple kitchens, like that house we wanted to buy.
multiple kitchen house.
Support the
I-
stream so we can buy a giant house.
True. I don't know if will we go anywhere that won't have the children? No. Feels
Probably.
like-
I mean, we won't know until we go.
I
We
assume
could
they're
cause a
everywhere.
distraction if we need to.
Yeah. We'll see as needed.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't know until we're there
Yeah.
in the situation. It could be anything. We gotta snoop.
Snoop,
Snoop.
And we're just looking for the kitchen. And if they don't believe us, we're looking for the
See?
bathroom.
I'll
And
be
if they don't
charming.
believe us, then we just kiss. And that's how we get out of it.
Or we could do like a fake
Why?
fight like you guys did in the library. But you won't be there because you would be polymorphed. So it would be the four of us fighting.
You see this wave of anxiety over it. Do you think she doesn't like me anymore?
No, she likes you.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, that was a joke. I was trying to keep the scaries away.
Oh, that's fair.
How
I
long
have-
has it been since you've spoken to her?
Well, before the pit.
Okay, so,
So-
like,
So, like, who knows?
yeah, that's true. We don't know how
We
much
don't know how
time
long
passed.
time has passed.
Is she a very forgiving person?
I don't really know.
It's
kind of really
You haven't known her for very
I
long.
haven't, and it's been a bit of a
No.
rushed relationship. Not in a bad way.
Oh
just,
my
just.
god!
Oh
You did
wow!
that in that time? Wow, I'm impressed.
Look at the little people
And it looks
on
like
there.
a normal room.
I don't see
Nothing
any.
is phallus shaped.
Wow.
Because I'm not drawing pillars or monuments. It's just a house.
Just a
So-
house.
You are here. This is the door of the guest room. You've got the stairs leading up to the second floor. This is the central chamber with the two guards. You've got the other door here, two other doors on the other side, 5 little guys on each side. Same is true down here. 5 little guys, 5 little guys. But those are the two or the 4 rooms on the bottom floor, the stairs that lead up to the top floor, and the entrance that you came in. This is what is visible and accessible to you
Okay.
in this current moment.
Okay. You are here.
We are.
We should not go to that door with the 2 guards. That's
Okay.
probably where the baroness is.
Those are just stick figures.
I think we should go down.
Eat my shit.
I really think
it's
we should
either-
go down.
It's either at the very bottom or the tippy top.
Yep.
And since we're already
That's how that works.
Is that
Where are we
Will?
going?
Was that Will or Qatar?
We're going down.
Going down.
The timber.
So, but like, there's.
better move.
You walk down, you come down the stairs, you've got the 4 rooms, again, the soft, that wet sort of dripping wax sound as all the witch breed in here shift their nebulous bodies to just track you as you go. It feels less malicious and more instinctual, like this is just simply what they do, they watch what moves.
They're like lifeguards at like a water park, and they're just.
Except they're not teenagers.
We don't know how old they are.
That's true.
It's the sense is truly more that you are the moving stimuli. That's they see something move and they watch it move because that is all they react to.
I know how to distract them.
Where are you going? You got 4 rooms. You've got
Are you
top
gonna
left,
try
top
and remove
right,
your hand?
down left, down right.
Down left.
Down left.
No.
Okay. Sure.
Down left. And I'm speaking. Obviously, there are other ways to look at it, but
Yeah.
like this door.
Yeah.
Down
Yeah.
left.
First one.
You come down. You open that door. Swings open, and you open up into a long dining room. That's where it looks. You can see that the other door on the left side also leads into here. It's pretty sizable. This table that is strewn with the remnants of a meal made long ago that has clearly began to rot, and then the rot itself stagnated. The whole thing is untouched and covered in dust, half eaten. There are tables and chairs that are sort of askew. There are plates and dishware everywhere. A window that looks out onto the courtyard, only half covered in a curtain. And a door all the way in the back, in the far end, as if you were walking to the back of the manor, sort of like where the stairs would be if you were in the main hall.
To that door?
Why not?
Forward.
Yeah. As we walk through, if there's like any, like sideboards or credenzas or anything, is there anything like that on the
Like
sides of
like
the-
armoires or other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's mostly like little end tables, like nothing with like drawers or
okay.
compartments, like
That's
just
what
little. I see what you're looking for. But this looks like it was clearly a room for hosting dinners, for presenting. There was clearly like there's a little sort of like fireplace thing just across on the. Fuck me. If you've entered from this door, it would be on this wall, the left wall of the dining room, sort of in the middle. This fireplace with a large picture frame above it, but the picture has been ripped out.
Oh, damn.
That's
In the dining room with
It, again,
candlestick.
given how well put together the Baroness herself looked, it is surprisingly,
Dilapidated.
dilapidated in here. She and her clothing do not belie the state of this room, at
She
the very
said
least.
they've been here for a week.
Allegedly.
Well, I don't think they know.
We go through that far door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go to the door in the back?
Yep.
Yeah.
The handle doesn't budge.
Oh.
Don't I have something that can open doors?
Does anybody have a hairpin?
Yeah,
Oh.
knock. Yeah.
Can I? No, I can't.
That
What?
spell is.
Speak to me.
Okay, so it's not obviously using Xenophir as like a whip or like a star cutter, but could I feel like I could control it enough to have like a bit of obsidian kind of like come out of my nail to make it really long and use it like a lockpick?
You could certainly try, because I love that image.
Fuck yeah.
Like I now know that I can make it 2 different
That is
things.
going to be a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check.
No, yeah, sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check.
Do it.
That's a dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
It, like, you sort of manage to create a very thin tendril of this whip that sort of extends from the tattoo to like a spine-like appendage trailing out of your finger. But this is difficult, finite work, and it's the first time you've tried it. So as you begin to like make a go at sort of jimmying the lock here, there is a splintering of wood as you just sort of essentially have created a stiletto knife and wedged it through the keyhole.
Oh no.
That works.
Am I stuck?
You can wedge it out,
Okay.
but it's like trying to pick a lock with a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
Does the door open now?
No.
Shit.
I thought
Are there witch breeding?
that would work.
In this room?
Yeah.
No.
I
Fair enough.
look to Synnove, I go,
Doors.
The first door?
I know, it might want to blow our load on the first door.
I'm gonna when I put my shoulder against it, is there any like give?
Like if there's a little wiggle room here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Like it seems like it isn't being barricaded against, but it's more probably locked or latched in a way.
All right, everybody cough at the same time. 1, 2,
Katari's
3.
eyes. She's gonna jump in as well. Make me.
She like leaps from across the
She's.
circle.
You know what she's gonna do? Actually, essentially she sees what's happening. She's in on a plan for the first time in her life. Got it. She grabs the like side of your ribs and like just yeets you into the door. Make me an attack roll with advantage.
Terrible. That's con.
I will let go of your hand while you're doing this.
That's a stinky 20.
For the record.
The pair of you like splinter the door open. The wood, whatever the bar lock here, rips through the molding of the back of the wall here, and the door swings open.
This is what happens when you don't have any rogues.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 in the party. They're not here.
All the rest of you, group stealth check
Beth.
to cover the sound.
Yeah.
I'm so good at these.
Our coughing?
Could it be like performance?
19.
No.
Performing a cult.
19.
19. A sexual crit fail.
That's 10.
19.
You have a blessing.
I have a
You
blessing.
both have a blessing. Still, you haven't used it.
You
But I know it
use
won't
it.
help a one.
Should I use
Yeah.
the blessing? I mean, I guess.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I'll use the blessing. 12.
12. Okay.
What's gold doing to help?
Oh yeah.
Gold's delegating.
Gold's not coughing.
The door swings open, and probably Gold is going to just swing in to like do a little preliminary scan.
Hell yeah.
But I will
Cool.
tell you for sure, you can hear squelching out in the main hall.
Oh boy.
Everybody get in the door. Get in the door. Shut the door.
Okay.
Get in the door.
We
shut the door.
broke the door.
I put the door back on its hinges and
I mean,
like,
you didn't rip the door off its hinges, but you just the door can't lock
Forcefully
anymore.
open.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You open into a room. It's this square-shaped little, or sort of like L-shaped, because you enter in, it sort of peels off to the right, as if it's sort of wending around the backside of the manor. It is a
You have another blood.
dingy, almost like green, puce yellow tinged room with some counters and a little island in the middle. It is a kitchen, or it was.
We found the kitchen.
It has what looks to be an entry to a walk-in pantry or a cellar down in one of the corners with the doors swung open, and the smell in here is so fucking rank. I need all of you except Valor to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
So happy I can't.
Can I just
So-
not breathe?
Not forever.
Yeah, I can. I can hold my breath indefinitely.
Then I will.
+5
Yeah.
saving throw, baby.
I mean,
You can make
it's-
this. You can make this con save with advantage for sure, and it won't affect you going forward. Oh boy.
19
You get
plus
+5,
20.
Katari.
Okay, that actually might be huge.
Why does everyone look so disgusted?
It smells bad.
It smells awful. in
Really,
here.
really bad.
Is it here? Do I smell bad and I just don't know?
No, it's not
No,
you.
it's not you.
I will say,
Rude.
Valor does not smell amazing often, but
So you're
this is a
lying.
different thing.
No, none of us smell great.
And it isn't.
Last
It's like
time we
actually
showered.
that's unfair. It's
Thank
like
you.
Peonies.
Freshly buried earth.
Oh, I love
Oh, I
that
think you
smell.
described it as like the wet, moldy earth ones.
yeah, it's like the bottom of a forest floor
Blesses.
after a rain,
It's so like decay.
but not
But, like,
like
it's
not
fine.
necessarily.
But like decay.
Yeah,
But certain people might like
natural rot.
I
You know,
like the
when mud
forest.
starts to go south, and for a second you're like, "Does it smell good?" And then you're like, "No, it smells
Can't
bad."
tell.
Yeah.
Some fucking people like the
So-
smell of manure.
Manure.
What do we get?
Thank you for that
28.
comparison.
28,
24.
24.
With a +5.
Yes.
31.
Ooh.
Constituted as
So it's just Katari.
Oh, Katari.
Katari
Oh.
pukes and is poisoned.
Oh,
Yerp.
no. Oh, I can fix that.
Trigger word.
I can fix
Sorry,
Katari.
I
you
can fix
okay,
her.
Sugar?
I'm shocked that you all are. It's awful in here.
Yes, it is
I'm
quite.
a medical professional. I have smelled worse.
quite
I'm so sorry for you.
I can heal people of poison, but I haven't done it before.
Everyone be quiet.
Yes, I do believe they've heard us.
I think I can heal you of this, but I've never tried it before. If you want to give me permission to try it. Okay. Go for it. You have to hold my hand.
I'm gonna move to the cellar.
I-
Well, this
I-
is
I-
happening.
That is where the stench is coming from.
Oh,
We're
okay.
going
Well,
down
I'm
there
definitely
anyway.
holding my breath.
I move a chair in front of the door that we just busted.
You
Yeah, just like one of the little sort of from
yeah.
one of the workbenches, you just slide it against.
Yeah.
And it isn't too long after that that there's a.
No.
Fine.
Okay. And I'll use 5 hit points from my pool of healing to neutralize the 1 poison.
Fuck yeah,
Oh, it wasn't awful.
Oh, you let go already. Okay.
Yeah, well,
It's done.
we shouldn't stay here. Should
No, go down the stairs.
Get out! Get out!
Run into the
You
pantry.
see white liquid start to pool underneath the door.
Oh,
We run into the pantry.
Get into the pantry. Get
You want
into
the pantry?
Yes.
Like the cupboard, right?
Yeah, the
Or like
floor, the
Yes.
floor hatch.
Cellar door
Cellar.
kind of shit.
You know, good things happen down in
It's
the
just
cellar.
gonna be a bunch of shit. It's gonna be not important, and then we're gonna have to walk out.
It's gonna be pies.
You, holding your breath, braced against the smell, this like awful, sticky, wet scent that rises from these doors. You head down there. As the white liquid pulls underneath you, pull the latches of the thing closed. Anybody have something to jam through the handles?
Oh no.
Katari's got a spear, but she's not going to leave it there.
I know.
Don't do that.
No.
All right.
Is there nothing to
I mean,
immediately
I
grab?
have my other non-fancy amputation knife because I do have 2.
I have a hatchet in my backpack, technically.
I have a dagger that I never use.
I don't think a dagger would be big enough.
Oh,
The thing that I'm hearing is hatchet.
It's
Yeah.
in my backpack. I've never used it.
Just like
Fucking-
slam the thing
Yeah.
through there. Love
I
it.
don't need it. I have
Um,
a weapon.
As you head down, there are stairs
I get rid of my hatchet.
that sort of bleed from carved stone stairs into like faded stone, like the faded realm geography, as it bleeds from a stairwell into this like messily carved cavern, dripping with black ichor and like white chunks that look like smeared fish flesh that have been pasted along the walls. The smell is putrid. And the further you go down this curving tunnel, it digs underneath the manor. More of this coagulated flesh on the walls.
The fuck is this place?
How much like ahead of us is there?
You can't see the end of this tunnel. It's just like it keeps snaking and snaking, and the more further you go, the less the tunnel itself looks like stone, and the more it looks like it is physically made of organic material.
Oh God. Are we seeing this through to the end?
I don't know.
I don't think
Well,
we can.
yeah.
I don't think we should go back. So yes.
I'm going to have to get back at some point.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna
I think those
That's
things
for
are
future.
angry.
shield out just since we can't see how far it goes.
Okay, shield out. Yeah,
Shield bro?
shield, bro.
Should we? Which hand do you hold your shield in?
I kind of switched
Oh, I
back
don't
and
have
forth.
that anymore.
Oh, I always hold it with my right arm,
I can hold it with my left,
and then
what?
Never mind. We'll just walk next to each other.
Right.
I'm confused.
None of you guys want to hold my hand except for Synnove.
I
don't.
It's not. It's not
Time
good
and place.
For,
Yes,
it's not
time
good
and
for
place.
battle.
You gotta hold your whip.
Okay, I'll have my whip out.
You guys continue.
Keep going.
I get up on top of. Sorry, Katari. Oh, I haven't been here for a minute. Oh,
Oh, you could ask. Fine.
I thought it was. I thought it was an open invitation.
You make your way down the corridor of flesh and ichor until it gradually, as it sort of slopes down, billows out into a large bulbous room shaped like either a cavern or the inside of a gourd. But while you can see chunks of faded stone, there is like white flesh webbing everywhere. And I don't mean to say it's like webs, but it's like webbed viscera and material that stretches all over the room that
God damn it.
That's gross.
And from this chamber, it looks like there are almost like ventricles that lead into other little passageways that billow out into a cave system that has been overtaken by growth. In the center of this chamber, there is like a little pit that looks like it's actually overlaid with webbing or organic mesh or something, in which there are a bunch of tiny, like I'm talking no bigger than a volleyball-sized little witch-breed creatures scrabbling about. Like tearing at each other, tearing at the webbing, just sort of like burbling amongst themselves. They don't seem to have noticed you yet, and they seem to be concentrated in this pit in the center. The other ventricles, perception check.
16.
Whoa, I'm rolling.
16?
Today.
19.
19.
25.
20.
18.
Okay, we're all, Katara will do it for fun. She got a crit fail. She is like,
Sick.
she, looking at the mass, the biomass in the center of the room, she's,
It's scary.
hold me back, damn it, hold me back.
Katara, you're shaking.
She's like, she's yearning for a cleansing,
Whoa there.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yearning for a cleansing.
aching for annihilation.
Easy
She
now.
wants this shit gone.
Yeah, no, this is gross.
Tell me not to strike.
It's all right, Katara. Just hold. Hold, please. Right.
There are 5 ventricles. No, 4. 1 on close to you on the right, 2 on the left side, and 1 sort of like chunkier one up front.
Nice.
With all these excellent perception rolls, the one next to you on the right looks to be less organic than the rest. There's more exposed dark stone that actually looks less like the faded rock and more like human-built dark bricks in this way. The one on the closer left is the bioorganic material that lines the hallway fades from white to a intestine pink as it runs that way. Arguably the one that's most fascinating or differential in terms of everything else is the one on the far left, which starts with, again, that sort of same like white fleshy webbing around it, but you can see tubes and artifice and wires almost coming out of some of the rock and peeling into that cavern. And then the one farther away is just literally like a proper valve, like a heart valve that seems closed on the other side. What are we doing?
I don't know. There's the tubes one.
Quiet, we don't want to alert them. I'm just...
We're right next to this one, right?
Yeah.
You're right next to the one
It
with the
looks
stone.
like stone.
Let's go.
It looks like it was brought here like how everything else was brought here.
Does anybody know what the fuck this could be?
No,
Does anyone know?
No.
I mean...
We don't recognize anything.
Don't look at me like that, Wyatt.
I don't like it.
I mean, it's a noble yet.
Arcana or history? Your choice.
They're the same, so definitely Arcana. Come on.
Arcana?
Arcanana.
Come on.
Arcanana.
Natural 20, let's go! For a 28.
I love when
Nice.
the dice help us.
Oh, yes.
There are practices in Mobio and in many avenues of magical work that toe the line between science and the arcane. They often have many purposes, they have been used for many ends, but most frequently, as is no stranger to the floating city, wizards of vanity and those who live in fear tend to combine magic and organics when they are looking to make backups.
Simulacrum. Clones.
These are...
I have it.
This is a magic used by wizards or magic arcana users to clone themselves, or not themselves, but cloning in general.
That way.
Yes.
Let's go.
I don't know if
That, and I just mean that's in general.
Yeah.
The whole area. Like
The whole
in
area.
response to like
not-
what this all could be.
Yeah, not
necessarily that way, just in general.
There's a wizard here cloning themselves somewhere, probably.
Yeah.
I think we should just work our way.
yeah.
Do
Clockwise.
closest Tubble. Tubble?
Tubble.
Closest Tubble! Closest Tubble! Go that way!
Oh man.
Closest tubble. Which one is the tubble we're going in?
To the right with the stone.
Closest, sorry.
The one with the real
Stone
looking
tubble.
Yeah, closest one with the stone.
Closest tubble.
Okay.
Closest stone.
We're walking very quietly towards the next tunnel because of all the creepy babies. I don't like the creepy babies.
You peer down that way, or you start moving down that way. Your footsteps echoing on this wet cobblestone, essentially. Excuse me.
We're either exactly where we need to be, or so far off course that we're in like a different campaign.
Well, that's Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Let's go.
You stumble upon a level you're not ready for.
You head down this pathway. Sorry, I actually need to pull something out. Talk amongst yourselves.
Where do I?
I don't want to.
Might be in a different campaign.
No, we're fine. I know
We're
this.
fine.
So,
No.
you head down this path, and it's much more man-made. Again, this sort of dark, wet cobblestone, narrow rectangular passageway that steps down, and opens up into a 30-foot by 30-foot by 15 feet chamber. There is only about 10 or so feet of it that you can stand in before in front of you are wrought iron bars of a jail cell. And sitting there, slumped in the jail cell, is something that is neither creature nor person, but somewhere in between. Humanoid in shape. One arm seems to be completely bound in bandages and is seeping some kind of like purplish, brackish liquid. And the other arm looks normal until sort of red-blue chitinous plates burst from the skin, ending in a large crustacean claw. And their face is wrapped in medical surgical bandage, again seeping blood and some kind of other liquid as three different colored lights emanate from the bandages. And as they sort of sit upwards, who's there? Something glints from out under their shirt. A pendant hanging with the symbol of an alpha and an omega. See you in a week, folks.
No! Messy bitch.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh no, that's so sad.
What
Is
if
that-
it's the real Cepheus?
Is that?
No, it's not.
Is that?
I don't know.
Who else is missing?
That's not Daisy. No.
No.
That's
It
a
could
krill,
be.
right? That's a krill, right?
But krills have three green eyes. This is a yellow, a purple, and a green.
Oh. Could
That's-
be.
Roy G. Bit. No.
They've been experimenting on them.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking
They're
place,
cloning. They're
no
cloning.
matter what campaign, is up to shady shit.
What's the fucking shadow?
There's something in the water. There's something in the water.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Thank you for a
Think-
fabulous stream, guys.
Wow.
Let's give another,
Too short.
please,
I know.
massive hand to Anna.
Yeah.
Because the art that has
Crazy.
been, is unbelievable, and
Unbelievable.
I know we've said it a bunch, but we cannot thank you, Anna, enough. And it's unreal that this art has become that's so amazing, and we're so excited for it. And so thank you.
I love that I've conditioned you all and you in chat because I'm seeing the things come through. It does feel short because it wasn't 7 hours long.
it was only 3.5 hours.
No,
Almost 4.
Yeah, it's before my bedtime. Thank you, Will.
Yeah, because I've been dragging you through the mud, and last session that I thought was going to be short was not. So it's just ruthless conditioning. I know. Soon. Gotta leave you with a little taste.
Yeah. One day we'll play every day.
Yeah. One day we'll play every day.
One day we'll play twice a week.
Hey.
That would be sick.
At least.
Yeah, that would be really
That'd be
nice.
kind of cool.
We're definitely looking to throw more streams,
Yeah.
more weekly streams your way anyway,
Yeah.
as we attempt to make the tasteful push to Twitch partner. But we'll talk
would be
more
great.
about that at a different
Yeah.
day. Thank you guys for sticking around. We are really in the weeds of book 3 now, and now with new Tate. I just love seeing the art flip up on.
Yeah.
I know, it's so good.
nice.
It's so good.
Remember, we have a giveaway next week.
Yes.
Give away next week. Tell your friends, tell your enemies.
Please join our
Give it away now.
Join our Discord. There's so many things going on there.
please join our Discord.
Yeah.
Follow us on all of the things. I know
And follow Anna.
a lot.
Follow Anna,
Yes,
yes.
Follow Anna. Ruiskov RUESKOV.art. On any of those things. But I know like most people have like their thing they watch things on. If you don't watch us on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube and then watch us on whatever.
Yeah.
Or like vice versa with everything. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Leave
Under your
reviews.
bed.
We're
Everywhere.
really excited at how much this is growing, and it's because of y'all.
Every step of the way.
Yeah,
It's
true.
It
So-
really is.
So
It really
And we're
is.
making an
We
art
love you.
command. I see you asking for it.
and go to the merch in the Discord. Go to the merch suggestion section. I'll probably sift through it at some point, and I mean I'm gonna probably make every permutation of merch possible of all of this art because it's amazing.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
it's gonna take time.
It's
Tattoo it
only
on your
only
arm.
more is coming. This is just the beginning of
Yeah.
this art for sure. Yeah. Love you guys. We're gonna pillage the village. We're gonna raid somebody,
Good
and
luck.
see you in the Discord.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Great music.